What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Sports Jedi Network Bronx Bombers Strike Back podcast. Tonight, we have the watch along. The New York Yankees try to avoid a sweep at the hands of the Anaheim Angels. Salute, or LA Angels. Salute to everyone watching along with us. Boy, what a terrible road trip for the New York Yankees. They dropped these first two games in and Anaheim, also losing the Colorado series. And my goodness, the offense, again, no matter what, you put a lipstick on a pig is still a pig, and the hitting is atrocious. The Yankees are not hitting, my God. So salute everyone. Welcome to the program. We will try to change the fortunes of the New York Yankees starting tonight. We will change that fortunes of the New York Yankees. Well, one pitch, one inning, one game at a time. Let's go with that mantra. Let's win this one. And before we head back home on Friday night to the Kansas City Royals, let's take care of business tonight. Yes, let's go, guys. Let's go. Yankees need this here. The Yankees come in at 50-46, and they're in last, fifth in the American League East. Not since 1990 they've been in last place this late in the season for the New York Yankees. It's something that we're not accustomed to, but they're there. My goodness, not good. We'll get right to that in a second. Let's go to this evening's probables. And, of course, tonight for the Yankees, Carlos Rondon, a record of 0-2 with a 5.23 ERA, taking on Angels Chase Slipset. Look at that, man. My pronunciation is all off. The young man is only going to make his second start. This is an opportunity for the Yankees to feast on a neophyte pitcher. In his record, he has a 5.30 ERA. He only pitched 18 2/3 innings. Yankees gotta get this game. And, of course, you're only as good as your starting pitching. Rodon, this is Rodon's third start. Rocky up and down. He had a good first start there. The second start in Colorado was terrible. But you know what? You can't really Colorado's Colorado, eats out of good pitchers. Hopefully for the New York Yankees, we get some good news. Jim was on the outfield, running around. The way the Yankees is stuttering and going into some tailspin, it looks like August. After the trading deadline, I think I'm sticking by my guns. I think August 2nd, August 3rd, I will see Judge returning to the Yankee lineup. I'm going to stick with my feeling, my gut feeling. I've said after the trading deadline, the game after, I think he brings it in. Because I think whatever trade the Yankees could pull off, if they are going to be buyers, they'll take the pressure off the new acquisitions come in. Because as soon as the new acquisitions come in, us as Yankee fans or fan base expects them to be saviors. And, it'll take time to get them acclimated. Remember, they got to move from wherever city, wherever they're at, to find a place of residency or at least somewhere to stay for the meantime. Then get to the Yankee club. Get the fitting of uniform, all that pleasantries. If they need to get haircuts or trim themselves to the Yankee standard, all those things come into big play. You bring Aaron Judge back or returns to the lineup. It takes that kind of pressure, that emphasis, or that extra pressure that some of these players coming in via trade is going to be put on their shoulders. So that's why I think I'm sticking with my guns. I think Aaron Judge returns after the trading deadline when the new acquisitions, if they make acquisitions, come in. So that's the update I think of Judge. If I have anything else, I'll let you know. We have tonight's lineup. Let's bring tonight's lineup up on task here. As I'll pull it up in a second. And here we go. Tonight's lineup Final game of the 6-game road trip for New York Yankees. We'll go with the home team. The home team, Anaheim Angels. Zach Neto will be leading off at shortstop. Shohei Ohtani will be a designated hitter, batting second. Batting third, the left fielder, Taylor Ward. Batting third, batting and cleanup spot, the center fielder, Mickey Moniak. Batting fifth, first baseman, Oswaldo Escobar. Batting sixth, the right fielder, Hunter Renfroe. Followed by the third baseman, Rigafo. Batting eighth, the second baseman, Michael Stefanik. And batting ninth, behind the plate, Chad Walsh. For the New York Yankees, here's their lineup tonight. Leading off and playing third base, Oswaldo Cabrera. Batting second, the second baseman, Gleyber Torres. Batting third, the designated hitter, Giancarlo Stanton. Batting fourth, the cleanup hitter at first base, DJ LeMahieu, giving Anthony Rizzo a well-needed day off, a couple days off. Batting fifth, the shortstop, Anthony Volpe. So he's moving up in the lineup. Batting sixth, the right fielder, Frankie Cordero. Batting seventh, the center fielder, Harrison Bader, who's in a little bit of a slump here. And batting eighth, the catcher, Kazuya Shioka. And batting ninth, the fielder, Oswaldo Cabrera. So that is the Yankee lineup. I wanted to talk a little bit about that before they get the first pitch. So salute everyone to the channel. And, of course, those that are watching it, if watching it outside of New York, you get it on the MLB network. If you're in New York metropolitan area, you're going to have to watch it in Prime. But salute everyone. Let's go. I'll put the lineup in a second back up there. I'll put it right here. So those that are watching us for the very first time, we do a watch along. We have a scoreboard. We have a scoreboard that tells you the balls and strikes, who's scoring, and how many outs are going on. So we ask you to join us and participate in the chat and let's go. Let's get that right here. As you see that there. For the Yankees, boy, we need them to get back healthy. Hello, Brandon. Hello, Steve Fetlip. First and foremost, let me mind my manners. Let's acknowledge the chat. Salute to the chat. The chat, you guys are the best. Awesome. Make these watch along special. So I wanted to say good evening, good early afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. To Brandon Schultz, Mr. Steve Fetlip, Maria as well. Thank you guys. We appreciate you guys seeing you. Yes, let's go. All right, so let's get some questions. Any word about Judge? Yes, I mentioned that he was doing some running in the outfield, doing some putting some weight on, jogging, cardio. I'm sticking to my guns. He'll be back after the All-Star game there. I don't know if I heard that entrance there when I first said that. Brandon, I am doing well. I hope you're doing well as well. And I think there have been a determined what impact collision had on Rizzo. He's playing well until the that impact. Something's not right with his neck. Brandon, it just started, Brandon. I'll give you the scoreboard a little later, Brandon. It's way too early for a scoreboard update, my friend. Let the game a little marinate. We'll do that in the second inning. How's that? Compromise. Second inning, we'll do a scoreboard, pal. All right, so cool. All right, so we get Rizzo no power. That neck issue. Remember, when you have neck or pinched nerve, neck issues, back. That affects people. He already has some back issues to begin with. Now you heard his neck all connected. You know, I have. You know, I'm not a baseball player, but I have a couple cervical necks, disc hurting as well as my lower back, and you know, you have good days and bad days. I can imagine him who's playing a world-class athlete, hitting 101 mile per hour fastball and reacting in such a physical sport. You know, they're 99 out, and he's having struggles. My goodness. So we'll see there. Feth Light. Oh, it's Feth Light. Look at that. There you go. Okay. I've been calling you Feth Live the wrong time, my friend. So it's Field Light. Sorry about that. I do apologize on that one. I'm doing a John Sterling. So Field Light. All right, Mr. Field Light. So apologies on that again. Hopefully you forgive my mispronunciation of your last name here. Oh, that's not the first name I'm gonna butcher. I butchered the name on starting lineup. So go figure. Just I don't know. We'll go right to it. All right, so we're getting a few first seconds here for first pitch. Let me put the lineup. Yankees will be leading here. The lineup will be there. We're getting ready for first pitch. Any chance the Yankees will get swept? Do you guys think the Yankees will actually get swept? I mean, my goodness. I hope not. I hope they don't get swept here. As we'll try to get that lineup right here so you guys can see it better. I'll go right here with that. There we go. Hope you guys can see that. All right. It's on Amazon Prime if you're in New York metropolitan area. If you're outside of New York City, I believe MLB TV. Thank you. I appreciate it. Brandon, you could check it out on MLB TV. That will be there if you have that on your cable provider. That will be on. I believe it's a regional, so I believe that's in. They'll probably be in your region. I'll double check. Yeah, I know in Florida they're on. They're on right now. In Florida, they'll be on MLB. I don't know about Texas, although Texas regionally wise is closer because you get the Padres game. So I don't know if they'll give you the Padres game. So I don't know. You have to check MLB. I will check the MLB app or MLB.com. All right. So Yankees offense stink because they lost to Tyone, Gromberg, Anderson, Cannon, and Sandoval. They all have terrible ERAs: 6.93, 6.4, 6.89, 4.62, and another 4+ ERA. And I can't believe they're going to lose this year. And already lost this series. Peraza is ready. I think I'm ready. Still says ready, and their first pitch. This one is out of the way. Oswaldo Cabrera since coming up. He's batting .211 with no home runs, 4 runs batted in, 8 hits, and 38 at-bats. Let me know if the background music is too loud, Steve, and missing sight. So Chase, ready to deal the pitch. There's a ball for a strike. 1-2. And the 2-1. And now keeps the count 2-2. Now, one thing with Oswaldo Peraza in the leadoff spot, he gets to see a lot of pitches. And the 2-2. Up high, 3-2. The count runs full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch. There's a ball, strike 3. Plaza got there standing like a cop, frozen. He's away. He's striking out. All right, so with 1 out, bases empty, comes up Gleyber Torres. Now Torres batting .264, 14 runs, 13 home runs, 39 runs batted in, 94 hits, and 356 at bats. He's the only bright card in this road. Oh, here's trivia. I'm always for a good Steve. Trivia. When Mickey Mantle hit 356, he did not lead the league. Who did? Man, that's a good one. I don't know the answer. I'm gonna guess. No, I'm not even gonna guess. I'm not even gonna give a what. I don't even know a year. What can I get a hint? Can I get a year? Maybe by the year. The 02. 1-2. The count. Gleyber base hit, 10-game hitting for Gleyber Torres. So he lines a single and he's on. in the 50s. No, I don't think it's Ted Williams, because Ted Williams is in the DiMaggio time. Hi, Joselo. And you got there. When it comes to that type of trivia, that back, I'm a little bit not good at it. I'm not. And it's a pitch to Stanton, takes low, 1-0. So Stanton is 0 for 14. He batting 196, 11 homers, 29 runs batted, 33 hits, and 68 at bats. So Gleyber Torres is on first with 1 out. The pitch to Stanton. Yeah, strike. That should be Lemario. That should be there already. And the throw over. And the 1-1 swing and a mid. What was he swinging at that one with a slider? He played until 1960. That year, 88. Man, you're twisting my heart. I don't know. I'm trying to think of a good in the 60s from the 2 and 2. Can I? I don't know. I'm gonna take a guess there. Maybe Brooks Robinson. I'm bad. I tell you, I'm bad when it comes to those triggers in that era. That one, I'm terrible. Stanton swing and a miss. He blew that right by Stanton. Wow. So 2 outs now. Base is empty. Wow, that's a good high fastball there. Ted Williams. No, that's why Jose Melo said that. Ted Williams. I said Ted Williams earlier, but I wasn't too sure. I said it would not. You're right, Ted Williams. Oh my God. I said it, but I wasn't convinced it was Ted Williams. I was like, I thought it was in the DiMaggio era. So no, you got it, Jose Melo. I'm not gonna claim that I said it, but that wasn't my final answer. If I was on a game show, I would have changed my mind and I would have lost. Here's LeMahieu batting 230, 7 runs, 27 RBIs. LeMahieu lines in his foul ball, 0-2, and LeMahieu has 68 hits and 295 at bat. Oh boy, this Yankee offense. And the 0-2. Call strike 3. Oh my God. He strikes out the side under the Yankees. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. The Yankees are coming in back. So the Yankees.
You got to be kidding me. I mean, how do you watch them? I mean, yeah, they stink.
All right. Thank you, Pope. Oh, boy. Oh, my goodness. Oh, the pain. Oh, the pain. So the Anaheim Angels, the LA Angels will come up to bat. And, of course, will be Carlos Rendon. This will be his third start with the New York Yankees. He has an 0-2 record with a 5.23 ERA. And he's pitched only 10 and 1/3 innings. He's given up 8 hits, 8 strikeouts, 4 walks, 2 home runs surrendered. This lineup is called Murder's Row, but not for the hits, for making people kill. Oh, my God. All right, though. Stepping into the batter's box here against Rondon Zach Neto as Carlos Rodon will finish his warm-up pitches, and Neto will step in. Neto is batting 249 with 7 home runs, 26 runs batted in. He has 49 hits and 197 at-bats. So he finishes up his warm-up pitches. Now, with Rodon, how deep is he going to go? How many pitches are they going to allow him to pitch? We shall see. He'll be pitching here with Cabrera, Bader, Cordero in the outfield, Peraza, Volpe, Torres, LeMahieu, Higashioka behind the plate, and Rodon is the pitcher. Here we go. So here's the pitch to the right-hand Neto. And Rodon ready to deal the pitch. First pitch swing, grounded to third. Peraza goes across, 1 pitch, 1 out. All right, with 1 out, coming to the batter's box is the novelty act by the name of Shohei Ohtani, who's batting 307, 35 home runs, 76 runs batted in, 111 hits, and 362 at-bats. But what you're not going to get from this channel is the tongue laugh, because I do not like this guy. And the pitch, the novelty act, and almost hit him, but it hit the ball back. Wow. And I hope the Yankees do not trade for him. I do not want him. I cannot see myself rooting for this clown. I am sorry. I'm not a fan of Ohtani. And the 0-1. 1-1. Don't like him. Didn't want to play for the Yankees. He didn't want to come to the Yankees the first time around. You know what? I don't want him on the team. When somebody doesn't want to be here, you're done. The 1-1. 2-1. Don't be scared of him. Pitch to this novelty act. Let's go. The 1. Oh, come on, man. You scared? God, come on. You're a lefty. Earn your money. They paid you a lot of money to come over here. Let's go. Here's the 3-1. There. Swing and a miss. Strike. Full count. So we have a payoff pitch. On, ready to deal the 3-2. Walks the novelty act. So the novelty act is on with 1 out. Here's Taylor Ward. Now the novelty has stolen 11 bases. Now he's back to Ward is back 245 with 10 home runs, 35 runs batted in, 80 hits, and 326 at bat. Rolled and the pitch. This one foul back. 0-1. Now with Higashioka behind the plate, the novelty act is going to want to steal. If he steals, oh my God, get the tongue. Oh my God, the tongue bath begin. Oh, he could run, he could score, he could steal 50 bases. Golly. And the pitch. There's a strike. 0-2 on board. There's a novelty act taking a little bit of a lead. And the 0-2. Foul in his hands. 0-2 still. You guys can't get on for some reason? You guys asking me to join, I send you the links. Let me know if it's not working. See what I could do. The 0-2. Up high. 2. 1-2. Oh boy. And the 1-2. This one grounded. Peraza foul. 1-2. That's why I like you guys to get here before the stream, so I don't have to go look elsewhere and try to get you on. But I'm trying to get you on, guys. Hold on. That's why I got on and let so I get the technical difficulty corrected. Give me a second. I'll get you guys on. Give me a minute. The 1-2. It's still 1-2 strikes. He's putting a good at bat against him. Ward against roll done. And 1-2. Oh boy, high fly ball. Going back, giving up the home run. See ya. God. 2-0 Angels. I can't. Oh, we didn't get rolled on. That guy sucks. You should have gotten you should have gotten Sean Naya. You should have got the lefties. You should have got not this garbage. My goodness. He sucks. What a worse pickup. That's a terrible pickup. Who played for the Brooklyn Dodgers, Boston Celtics, and then became a TV star? Ooh. Here's Moniak, takes the ball up high. That's a good one. It's not Pee Wee Reese because he's too tiny for basketball. 2-0. Let's make sure. Let's see if you guys got the stream. Yeah, he is Heel. Heel, what's going on?
Nothing much. I'll try my best not to mention the forbidden name, but yeah.
Oh, you know the novelty act. As long as you refer to him as the novelty act, you're good.
I guess so.
Oh, I forgot. You're here to give him a tongue bath. So I hope you brush your tongue. 2-1, 2-2 now.
Hey, I can have fun with it.
And Moniak goes down for the second out. You know what? I am having major. Well, I'm a big fan anyway, but I wasn't getting wet like the Yankee fans for couple on. I already since the very beginning. I had buyer's room with this car as he falls it off. I cannot stand this guy. This is a pitcher I'm not a fan of. Hey, Charlie, salute. Oh, another one that wants to give a tongue back.
We gotta appreciate him while he's here, though. He's the unicorn, man.
So 2 runs on 2 hits. I'm not gonna acknowledge him. I'm gonna be Jimmy Uso. I'm not gonna acknowledge him because he didn't want to play for the Yankees, so he doesn't get my acknowledgement. Chuck Connors, the rifleman. You know, okay.
I mean, he was
Steve is giving me some great trivias, man. We now that I got healed, maybe we could get some more. Keep it coming, Steve. At least something's gotta get going. Robert, I think Acuna is because because he's like solid. I think it's Acuna on that. I'm just my opinion. It's not even a Yankee. Oh, Ted Williams' nickname. Oh, no, that's not Ted Williams. Do you know Ted Williams' nickname? That's a good trivia. Another one. Steve is throwing some good ones.
Ted Williams' nickname. Oh, I heard about it before.
I'm not gonna check on Google. I'm not gonna cheat.
I know.
I don't know it either. So I'm gonna be honest on that one. I thought I knew it. And when you say it, it's gonna come to me in my mind. I'm gonna say, you know what? That's right. Damn. Because I can't get away. I can't get out of the Yankee. I can't get the Yankee Clipper, you know, the Sun and Swat. I'm trying to, but then I just goes back. The Splinter. See, it's. I'm trying to get those names in there. Well, Deb, did you know Charlie Brown is playing basketball now for the 7? Oh, so the Knicks didn't keep him. So what was the big deal for him? He has a bunch of nicknames. Okay. So let me ask you this. So what happened with the Knicks with Charlie Brown? I thought I saw endless of Knicks content creators talking about Charlie Brown, and now he's on the 76ers. My goodness, what happened there? Teddy ball game?
Yeah, there's Teddy ball game.
All right, so here's Volpe, who's batting 5th. Volpe's batting 5th today, leading off with a 209 batting average, but he has 13 home runs, 34 RBIs, and 68 hits and 325 at bats. Volpe goes the other way, and it is Renfroe makes the play, hit it on the line drive, but Renfroe was right there, the fake Mike Trout. Yeah, Joe DiMaggio was the Yankee Clipper. Jolting Joe.
You're the first one I ever heard anyone refer to Renfroe as the fake Mike Trout.
Does he? He looks like Mike Trout.
I don't think he does.
He does. He looks like Mike Trout. Jolting.
I never looked at Renfroe and been like, wow, that guy looks like Mike Trout.
Oh my God, you don't see it? I gotta put side by side soon. This one, Cordero laced this one, and it's off the wall. Almost hit home run. It got the wall. Cordero is way to second. Cordero has 155 batting average. Now he has his 10th hit of the season in 59 at bats. How about the 2 Yankee teammates who swapped wives? I never knew that one. Is this Steve Dax?
I'm gonna have to watch it.
Here's Harrison Bader now. With Franchi Guerrero at second, one Bader's batting 246, 7 home runs, 31 RBI, 42 hits, and 70 at bats. And Bader is actually kind of cold. Hopefully he gets some hit here. Here's a ground ball. They're going to go to third. And they get Cordero. What a bad play. This is typical Yankee baseball. Bad baseball. Cordero takes off to third with the ball in front. They told you so many times baseball. When the ball is hit in front of you at second base, you stay at third. That is not a winning baseball play. Again, what they need to do now, Baron Boone has to go have a conversation. Just a conversation. He doesn't get to animate it. Have a conversation with the kid. Sit down. We need to see that. We're going to see the idiot is going to sit there showing. And here's Hashioshi, and he ground out. So that inning went to crap. So we go to the bottom of the second inning. Yankee trail.
You got to be kidding me. I mean, how do you watch the? I mean, yeah, they stink.
Mike Francesa is having a conundrum.
Yeah, and you can't blame the pitching coach anymore. So who do you blame now?
What's Polar Bear? He's the Polar Bear. He's the Polar Bear. He's the Polar Bear. Pete Alonso's the Polar Bear. But I like that one. Big meat Pete. It's like a big bologna. It looked like a loaf of bologna out there at first base. But I like Pete Alonso though. I think he looks like a gamer.
So I want to get your thoughts on this, Kev. Apparently,
Absolutely.
to Ken Rosenthal,
Yes,
Yankees might buy and sell. What are your thoughts on that?
I'm okay with that. You know why? You know why? Because let's face it, if the Yankees don't do nothing, they still gonna run the same team again. The reason why they're LeMahieu's still on the contract. He's old, and you could tell he's not himself. His age caught up to him. Rizzo still's got another year. No one's taking those players off of your hands. So they're really gonna bring back most of this team. The only way they're gonna really upgrade and what they're gonna spend another 400. They're gonna no way. Hal is gonna go to 300 plus in payroll. So what are you going to say? Goodbye to Harrison Bader, maybe only one that's not going to come back at center field. Then you really have a heck of a center fielder coming back. You know, Bader is a hell of a defensive center fielder, but even if they stay pat, you're bringing some of these guys back at some holes that are clogged. You know, I heal. I don't know if they sell. What are you going to sell though? You know, Torres, everyone wants Gleyber Torres gone. All right, so Torres is gone. What are you really getting back for Gleyber Torres? You know, what Mariners going to give you? Seattle Mariners need a second baseman. They need an offensive second baseman. What can we get? Klonick? What was Kelnick or whatever his name? Gerald Klonick from that used to be the Met left-handed young bat, maybe controllable. That's one thing I could think of, to be honest with you. And is that going to entice the Yankee fan to want to have him play for the Yankees in left field? And Stanton has a no trade clause. You know, even they got and this one is filed back. Renfroe 1-1. Now, Hunter Renfroe, let me give him his numbers. Who's batting 246, 15 runs, 42 RBIs, 82 hits, and 334 at bat for the Wish at Montreal. And the pitch down low, 2-1. Stanton no trade clause. I would love him waive his no trade clause and possibly want to go play for the Anaheim Angels, you know, in a blockbuster move, but I don't think he'll want that. Or even San Diego. We don't know. And you don't upset the apple cart with Stanton. And besides, teams they really want to get Stanton, who's really down 3-1, always injured, takes forever to him get going, and he's having an off season here, a very terrible off season, where he has a chance to shine and actually put the Yankees on his back, and he hasn't. This one outside and then a walk. Rodon now gives up a walk, a leadoff walk. Those things come back to hurt you, and the Yankees are really trailing 2-0. I mean, they make moves. It's gonna be for the way Cashman's been doing stuff. It's for control of major league players, but that's gonna cost farm systems. You know, if you get some guys who's 2 or 3 years control, the Yankees it's gonna cost you some good prospects. And we hear about how great these prospects are, you know, XY players are in top 100 in basically in the pipeline prospect wise. So if they're in that echelon, look what the Orioles doing. The Orioles are pretty much, I think they overtook first place, I believe, and they got all the young players playing.
Yeah, it's just their pitching that's a bit questionable.
Oh, swinging, it's 1-1.
And I can see where you're coming with a little, Don, and I kind of said the same thing because no offense to the AL Central, but you always got to be careful when you sign AL Central players because that division is so weak that when you do sign them to a competitive division, you're always 50-50 on how they're going to do.
Going back at the track, sorry about that heel, it's a home run. Another 2-run shot, 4-0. I told you Rodon sucks. Told you that. I told you Rodon sucks. Everybody wanted him in the offseason. Everybody, the streams. Oh, we need Rodon. I told you guys sucks. I told you that. I'm not holding my punches anymore. I'm not gonna hold my tongue anymore. When I tell you a player sucks, he sucks. I told you that, Yankee fans. I told you that last year when they was a possible trade. No, he's not good.
Yeah, you're right. The Orioles are now first place in the division. Rays had the first wild card by win percentage.
By winning percentage, phenomenal job on the Orioles, and phenomenal job on the Orioles. I gotta say that. I know they took a lot of beating, and this round ball to second. Torres Fields, there is the first out. Stefanik is out. It looks like 4-0. Boy, it does feel like it's a 14-0 game because they cannot score. And I can't blame as much as I kill the manager, but if Rendon is not executing his pitches, you can't do anything about it. The starting pitcher is right now putting you in a 4-0 hole. I can't blame the manager. Not here. Not this start.
And this is a very hungry Angels team that wants to prove the, as you would say, the novelty act that they want. Yeah, that they want him to stay and re-sign. And this is a winning ball clubs because Ohtani has already. Well, sorry, I accidentally said the name at that time.
No,
but he has. But
I mean, they earned the respect to be called Ohtani.
But he has said that he doesn't want to stay with the losing ball club. He wants to go to a winner.
And nice play there for the second out. 2 outs now. Runs are in. Good job on the Orioles deadline. Yankees deadline to sell at the deadline. To sell at the deadline. Probably no one really. Tell me who's the only. Just Harris Bader is one that you could sell off. Torres is one you could sell off. And you're not going to get rid of Peraza and Volpe to get rid of them. And other than that, maybe some bullpen arms. Maybe some bullpen arms you could want to sell off. Maybe a Hamilton. King is controllable. Mariano's controllable. It's tough there. Maybe Clay Holmes. You want to sell Clay Holmes, same and what you get for that. No. I don't think no one wants Riz though. I think everyone thinks Rizzo's bad days are over. 1 and 2. Someone on Rizzo, the Yankees got to listen to that conversation.
Ironically, the Angels might want him because I don't think they have a defined first baseman yet. If I'm not mistaken.
Hey, you know what? Let's go. That ties up another spot there where you could move. LeMay. I understand we're losing a left-handed bat, but at this time, Rizzo's not giving you nothing. He hasn't hit a home run since my goodness, almost 2 months. You need power. The 1-2, swing and a miss. Neto goes down.
Power. You need hope.
Yeah, he's not putting anything. We're not getting anything productive from the first baseman. And listen, I'm going to be the first one that I'm going to say I was totally wrong because the way I'm burning Rodon here that he sucks and he stinks. I wanted Rizzo come back as Yankee. When they missed out on Olsen, you know what? I wanted Rizzo over Freeman because Rizzo was the left-handed bat. You know what? Rizzo was going to cost less than a Freddie Freeman. Freddie Freeman did not want no part of a big city. He didn't want to play for a big market club. And also, he mentioned by him, although we know what happened with Los Angeles, that whole situation is something different. But he verbally did not want to come to the big market team. And I said, right, so bring Rizzo here if Olsen trade failed because he's a platinum first baseman, left-hander, Yankee Stadium. I didn't know he was going to fall off a cliff. That one I'm going to give. I was totally wrong. That one bit me right in my face because Rizzo's been horrible ever since the neck injury. But Rodon, I was on it. Don't bring this guy here. No, pass up on it. Now we're stuck with him for another 5 years. This is the first of a 6-year deal for Rodon, who's going to, let's face it, Jordan Montgomery would have gave us a better start. Jordan Montgomery would have, I understand that he's not that great of a pitcher, but at least he got the ball every 5 days. Jordan was out there. This guy missed he only pitched 13 innings. And for that kind of money, I mean, and now when he's come back, 2 subpar outings. It's like, maybe it's short-term history. Maybe I'm going by the short term with Rodon, and I got to let him get his arm strength and acclimated. But what I see there, he has no control of the secondary pitch, and guys are hamming it over the fence, and that's dangerous recipe.
A really balanced hitter over Rizzo.
Judge should be shut down for the season. I don't know if they will because they have to sell tickets. Right now, money.
Well, think about it too this way. Do you want to be competitive for next year, or do you want to risk him getting hurt even more for probably nothing?
But that's not how Steinbrenner. That's not how the Yankee brass is thinking about that, dude.
Yeah.
All right. So here's Oswaldo Cabrera to lead off. Cabrera takes a ball inside 1-0. Now Cabrera was batting 212, 4 home runs, 22 runs batted in, 40 hits, 189 at bats. Everybody there, the folks that are on the road trip, are giving it to Rodon. Upset. There's a strike 1-1. Yankee fans on the road are booing this team right now, and well, rightfully so. Now I'm at this one of these. I don't think firing their manager now is going to do anything. The 1-1, 2-1. I think that they won't. If they were going to remove Boom, it should have been before, right there when they set up the hitting coach. That's when you make a managerial move. But I don't think you need to do it now because I don't think it's going to mean nothing. Hello, Dar. Salute, salute in chat, sir. Good afternoon, good evening, really good evening to you, pal. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Cabrera. Yankees 4-0. My goodness, it's a rough one. And the 2-2. Oh, call strike 3 on a beautiful splitter. I haven't seen someone throw splitters in a while. That's a pitch that the Yankees will incorporate more in their arsenal. When they won World Series, when they're dynasty, a lot of pitchers threw a lot of splitters, and that was a good there. That wasn't getting hit by home runs, but they, ever since they went slider happy, they're getting smacked with that damn slider. Top of the lineup as Cabrera swings and miss. Are you trading? What's that? Fujinami to Baltimore?
To Taro Fujinami. Is that what he said?
It says Fujinami. I don't know. That's
he's from the Oakland Athletics. I don't think Oakland would be that interested. Maybe as a bullpen piece, but
swing and a miss. 1-2. No, we got you. That's why he was here, Charlie. That's why he was here. I don't know. I don't know if the Yankees are gonna make big moves, dude. The way they coming back home, 1-2. Hey, Volpe. I know that was Raza got put on his butt. 1-2. The Yankees gotta go and gotta sweep the Kansas City Royals this weekend. If they're gonna lose this game, they gotta sweep them with some explanation point. Not 2-1, not 3-2 nail biters. They gotta go out there and beat them with an explanation point if they're gonna be taken serious. Did he go? He did not. Because they're 3 games out of the wild card, possibly falling 4, and games are starting to come off the board if you're the New York Yankees.
Yeah, but I obviously I was watching the last few games. You were not streaming because I wanted to see, obviously, as you would say, the novelty act, and on top of that, I want to see how the Yankees would respond. And you could just tell the difference on the field. And so can a lot of other people on YouTube. Like, the Angels are playing like they have something to fight for. The Yankees are just out there playing baseball.
Peraza took a close one there. Ooh, he did not. Wow, that was a close one. That one did better than the one that Cabrera got scored. And the thing that sucks that the Yankees played a soft underbelly schedule, from the White Sox, the Mets. Well, let's face it, they played a couple, St. Louis, Colorado, Anaheim. You should be beating them, and you're losing these games. And now you're gonna get to the tough part because the Astros are coming soon. You play again your American League East teams. That's good in a way because that gets them locked in with reinforcements, and you can still get games ahead. But my goodness, they're kicking themselves by losing to these bottom fielders. If they don't make the season, that's where they're going to look at 2-0. Let me ask you this: I know I didn't stream. I was doing the wrestling streams when Ohtani came up with as a 9 run. I would have not pitched him. Dude,
Yeah.
I think people on the inning, I would not pitch and walk him.
Yeah, let me tell you something. Otani's a competitor. He plays, and he can tell that. I believe it was Michael King pitched to him. When Michael King threw that first fastball, you could tell he was looking fastball. And then he went for the off speed. Otani overswung it again. And then he threw another fastball, which was away, and Otani just crushed it. And he knew he tied the game. And
so Torres flies out with 2 outs now. We'll bring up Stanton with a runner at first. Yeah, I saw that there. I'm like, and people was like, no, you don't walk it. You pick a ton. You don't put the time. You run first base. If the guy's having a season like that, you walk. I'd rather take a chance where let someone else be me other than him, because that's how one. If you're successful, they don't score. That's also going to frustrate Otani. They don't want to leave. They took back. You know what? I got to get to a team where it's going to protect me, because they're going to keep taking the bat out of my hands and all that stuff. But you know what? I mean, I'm glad I didn't. Oh, wait a minute. The trade happened. The Funama got traded to the Oakland to Baltimore Orioles. It just happened for left-hander Easton Lucas. Yes.
Oh.
The trade, the Orioles have acquired him.
Oh, okay. I thought he was asking, would we do it?
No, he gave us the scoop on air. Thank you, Charlie. Appreciate it. Yeah, he gave us the trade.
Oh,
one of the first shoes dropped here.
Yeah. That's another thing that scares me. Trades are starting to happen, and the Yankees are doing nothing. If so, you're a Yankee fan, you have to be worried about that. Like, every shoe starting to drop. But we have, 2 weeks now for the deadline, so they have a lot of room to do something. So
you also can't panic either.
Yeah.
And I know it's time to get concerned. 3-1 there to Stanton, who took a strike.
I do know though, back when Houston was starting to build that team in 2015 and all that, I can't lie, I couldn't help but panic, because I was like, oh, we finally have a good team and we're not really doing anything. And even back in 2017, so it does happen to us fans when we're like, we're so in this, but we're not really doing anything. Like, come on, somebody do something. You just get anxious
because there's teams. I'll wait for the 3-2 pitch here in a moment. Stanton takes a walk. There are teams that still think, like the Yankees right now. Their teams out. Even San Diego want to take it as far as possible before they say they're going to punt. Because they say they're going to punt and the team goes haywire and you make a deal. Like, damn, I just gave away a piece that could help me. And I think that's what's happening with the teams that are striking distance of getting time for our last wildcard spot. They want to give another week. Can I get by another week? Can somebody get hot? Or can they carry us? That's what I think a lot of teams, not just the Yankees, all around baseball is doing. But the teams that are totally, completely out of it, they'll start, dealing. Mayhew grounds this one. Another terrible at bat. Stefanik all right, so they ran 2. We go to the bottom third. I'm gonna put a quick funny there.
The best way to hit Bush, I guess, is to stay back.
Bush, what happened?
Everybody having a good time out there?
Oh yeah, we're having a great time. What? Who?
Sterling on CBS.
Huh?
Now to the Mets.
What?
I can go under the table as quickly as anybody.
On several occasions.
I gotta tell you, Susan, that's hitting the bush.
Everybody having a good time out there?
Yeah.
Stand up. Let me see that body.
Oh,
About 6 inches.
makes his bones.
How hard is it?
It's a Johnny Rocket.
I can go under the table as quickly as anybody. Okay, let's do it.
Back to back. Hit a belly to belly.
Stand up. Let me see that body.
Even I'm getting very excited.
Wowie zowie.
The fans know what's coming.
Et la. Say Louis.
Okay, let's
Say
do
Louis.
it.
That was some good entertainment for you.
Yeah, something there. At least to make us laugh.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to hear everybody ranting every inning.
Yeah, I mean, and plus, what I was thinking to myself too, yesterday, watching Yankee games, I was like, what is there to rant about, anymore? Like, we done ranted about everything.
Hello, Maria.
Yeah,
That was more fun
let's
at the
go.
Yankees offense.
Yeah, let's go Yankees, Maria. But we got a lot of work to do. Not just in this game, but overall, we got a lot of catching up to do.
Yeah, that's a bad. This is not good for nothing. They need to wake up. Yes, and the novelty act will beat off. Otani will be batting off against Rodon, who's already given up 2 home runs, and the Yankees trail 4-0. So here comes the novelty act.
Yeah, at this point, they don't just need like coffee. They need that Dominican special. You know what I mean? Like un cafecito.
Cuban.
Yeah, Cuban. Yeah, Cuban. Sorry, I forgot which one has the strongest coffee. Yeah,
It's
I was
okay.
like, it's either the Puerto Ricans or the Cubans. I know that.
But you said Dominican. Though. You were wrong. But we're all
Yeah,
family. We're all family.
yeah,
We're all Indian. So that's all good though.
yeah.
But you have to have for the Dominican. You have to have morir soñando. You want to morir soñando from the Dominican Republic. They make you. Yeah, that's what Yankees are. They're killing you while you're dreaming. And here's 1-0. Swing and a miss. 1-1. He blew that right by the novelty act.
Yeah, I still remember the Fluffy Gabriel special he did where he went, he ordered the coffee. I know we saw it, and they gave him like a small cup of coffee. And he was like, "Oh, I get it, small cup, big guy, because you drink it, and they do that
No,
because
that was supposed to be a cortadito.
yeah,
Cortaditos are put in those little hot cups. Yeah, 2-1-2 as he fouls it off.
yeah." So he's like, "Dude, give me a bigger coffee than this." And he's like, "Okay." So he give him a big bowl, and he's like, drinks it because he doesn't want to be rude. And he drinks it. He's like, "Man, my heart was pounding all night."
1-2. No, you can have. Yeah, but he's serving in small. It's espresso. There's espresso.
Yeah.
Cortado espresso. You can have it with milk, or you can have it straight up. Cortado colada, either or. But those are delicious. I have espresso all the time.
Oh
That's
yeah.
the perks of living in Florida. And it's 2-2. Hi. Take a sniff. Take a sniff, that all you novelty act. I smell 3-2. Oh, come on. You gonna walk this novelty act again?
Yeah, it's funny. I can talk baseball any time of the day, but my brain for some reason in the daytime it's completely shut off. But in the nighttime is when I get like a lot more time because I'm a vampire. I'm just a complete night owl.
Ooh, he walks back. Oh, he walks a second time. So Otani's on base twice. Here's Ward. Taylor Ward, who homered a 2-run shot off of Rodon, who has 44 pitches, and he's trailing 4-0 in the bottom of the third inning. Final game of a 6-game road trip for the New York Yankees. It looks like they might go 1-5 right now. As of now, they got a lot of work to do, but they trail 4-0. As Rodon fakes to throw first, that's an attempt. And the 0-2 up high. 1-0. So Rodon has not done a strike. The throw over to his attempt. So now he has to either pick Otani or walk. So now the novelty act might be able to steal. He does have stolen bases. Wait, talk about the commentators, etc. are going to get extremely moist steals. 2-0, and Joker's the perfect candidate to steal off of. He's behind the plate. The Mets are up 1-0 in the fourth inning. Thanks, Steve. against the White Sox.
Yeah. At least you guys aren't the
Boy,
Mets.
that was the Mets won last night, but boy, there were a lot of sweating bullets there on that bullpen. 3-0. He walked them. Back-to-back walks, 4 pitches. Matt Blake to have a conversation. They're showing Judge running the bases, but he's not running at full speed. You could tell he's not.
Yeah.
He's running like Stanton.
I was gonna say he still runs better than like Stan and all that.
Boy, if I'm the Yankees, you have a day here. Of course, I'm gonna worry about getting the bullpen, man. I mean, you can't fall behind 5-6 nothing. You got to send in a sense of urgency. So here's Moniak. Moniak the Maniac, 0 for 1 the first time up. Lefty on lefty here. Now Rondon. Deal pitch. Another ball. He has no control here. I got to get somebody up. But
what is wrong with Rodon? He just like doesn't have it today or what?
I don't think he wanted to sign with the Yankees. The 1-0 and a miss 1-1. I don't think so. I think his agent took the highest money that they can. I don't think he wanted. I don't think he wanted to sign with the Yankees. Oh. There's a base hit. A run scores as the novelty act will score. Moving to third, first and third, nobody out. So it's 5-0. It's getting exactly out of hand. You know what? I'm with you on that one. Just sit the whole season out. I know Charlie mentioned that as well. And I think you said that the same thing, Heel. You did mention that earlier.
Yeah, with Judge.
Yeah, but I don't think they'll do it. I don't think the organization will do it. And they're being numbskulls, Heel, because here's the pitch. They're struggling here, right? They need a jolt of energy, but now they still don't want to bring their AAA players to at least get a sniff here and play and see if they jumpstart this team. 2-0. Because they could easily use an Everson Pereira there in the field. No, I know I've been saying Dominguez, but I don't think so.
Yeah, at least bring up Pereira and see what he can do.
Grounded to third. Here's one. On the first, double play, running time, 6-0. So Escobar. Penny wise, pound foolish. Yes. That's what they are acting like. And that's very ingenuous or constrained.
Yeah. And Escobar seems recharged since getting out of New York, at least the Mets organization.
So 6-0. Boy, if this game you could say put a fork in it. Here's Hunter Renfroe. Outside for a ball. What do you do? So I had a Caputo sighting. Caputo, you saw him right in the chat. Also wants to stop streaming Yankees because they suck. But 1-1. But I have to say, I'm going to go down with Chip. I'm going to continue with the Yankees, even though they stink.
At this point, Caputo's going to be a free agent next year too.
Oh, he is ready. He's been the one. Shot slowly. The third. Peraza fields throw. What a nice play by Pazit. Gets the out at first. Renford gets about his second with 2 outs now. Rodon 57 pitches, putting up 6 runs. Runner second, 2 out. Renifo, he hit a home run his first time up. And the pitch straight back. So Renifo is looking exactly. He's on Rodon's pitches. Now we get Ian Hamilton one up. I'll have him finish the swing, and I will not bring Rodon back out. I know you want the arm strength to get back, but the game is out of control. You know what? You got to get him out. Finish this in, get out there, get and see you later. Shower, get ready for Yankee Stadium because they're gonna boo the lip crap out of you if you pitch like that. So, see you later, pal. In the dirt, 2-1. Boy, the Yankees are taking it, man. Really bad here. Bad road trip to start the second half of the All-Star after the All-Star game. And I looked at it, I was like, you know what? It's not that bad of a road trip. Colorado after the All-Star break, you go to Anaheim. Okay, it's not that real thing, all the way across and but man, I can't, it's they got to sweep. Yeah, they gotta sweep the Royals. It's sweep or nothing against the Royals. And also, you know what? And they really got to put to them and right 3-2. They really got to really put it to the Royals. Not 2-1, not 3-2. No nail biters. They really got to go out there and world beaters against the Kansas City Royals. And here's the payoff pitch. He fouls it. And if they are playing games, you know what? You have to use Clay Holmes 3 days in a row. You're gonna have to do it. So be it. You're in got to win mode, or any of the relievers that are high average that will get you some outs. None of that bullpen nonsense. At least for the series, you worry about that later. And they walk him. So he continues to struggle. Boy, he is struggling. 5 walks. Not since 2021 against White Sox.
I mean, do you think a part of this is just due to him rehabbing a lot and not playing the whole season, or do you think he's just one bad game?
Well, giving him coming into the start, I was giving him a pass. Colorado. Colorado's a terrible stadium to pitch, the altitude, all that good stuff there. But now I'm looking at this here. Now I'm concerned.
Because I'm like, he did play for the Giants, and that's a tough division, and he did dominate over there, and that's a tough division. But I'm like, I don't know what's wrong over here now. I think maybe it's just a day where it's just he's having bad control. I don't know.
I mean, the Angels 2-1. He has a man. I don't know if it's the bat. If he's, I don't know. Up the middle, backhanded. Torres long throw, scoop by Mayhew. They got out of that one. Yeah, that's Ozzy Moore on there. That's why I call them Anaheim Angels, Steve. Because they're in Anaheim, but they're from Los Angeles. They don't even know what the hell they want to call themselves. They're the Anaheim Los Angeles Angels of California.
Well, now they're just the Los Angeles Angels.
I know. Remember, they were the California Angels. When I started watching baseball, they were the California Angels. Then they went to the LA. Then they went to Anaheim. Back to LA. It's like, oh god. Will you make up your mind? And not the kind of watch along we thought we were going to see here. Yankees are getting their doors blown in 3 innings complete. They're trailing 6-0. Personally, if I'm the manager, which I'm glad I'm not that moron, I won't bring Rodon on. I will have Ian Hamilton in pitch and have Rodon just 3 innings, 6 runs, 5 walks. You know what? It's just a outing. Just get ready for your next outing. Do all the prep. Get ready. It's a short outing, so you're gonna have time to try to build up. You just get shot. Get ready when you pitch. I believe the Mets are the next series, if I'm not mistaken, where he's gonna have a chance to pitch against. So he'll be ready for the Subway Series. His next start should be against the Mets, if I'm not mistaken. For the Yankees, they have Volpe, Cordero, and Harrison coming. They trail by 6. Famous Angel traded for Nolan Ryan. I know that one. It was a Jim Grossi. Was it Jim Grossi?
The Nolan Ryan trade?
Yeah.
Let me look that up for you.
Well, that was a trivia question, but go ahead.
Sorry.
Right, Steven? It was a trivia question, but
I wasn't on there. I'm literally in the chat. I can leave a comment to prove it.
All right, so here's Volpe, who's in the shadows now. He's trail 6-0. So with 6-0 lead, there's a strike. And the funny thing is, the Yankees should be like this on the Anaheim, and Rodon should be pitching. Soltik is pitching. Volpe hits this one. Wow, he was flirting there, just missed a home run. No cheating.
I'm not cheating. I don't know if you can see my camera right now, but and it was funny too because just before I came on here to do the watch along, me and Charlie were talking, and we were like, "Oh, it's
swing and a miss." Volpe strikes. What else is new?
We're like Carlos Rodon versus like Chase Sith or whatever. Like who is this guy? And well, he's making a name for himself today, isn't he? I will look up this real quick. I want to see if he's actually a rookie or not. Because I swear this is
right. Cordero had a double, but then he got thrown out at third base on a bad play. Steve, did I get it right? Up high.
I study a lot of baseball, but I don't remember that trade. Not just because it was before my time, but
I think it was Jim Ferguson, if I'm not mistaken. 2-1. The 2-1. There's a strike. 2-2. Yeah, right. Yeah, it was like I said, you know what, I'm gonna say, because like the first one I said Ted Williams, and I wasn't too sure, and I should have went with it, but this one I went with conviction and say, it's gonna Jim for growth. Swinging a Cordero goes down. God, the Yankees are not putting any at bats here.
And this is a guy with the ERA plus of 85, and his ERA entering this game was 5.3. Yeah.
Here's Bader.
We can use a Bader bomb here.
There's a strike on 1. Bader's been on a little bit of a ice cold. He's been cold lately.
Well, he went to WCW for the time being. He'll be back though.
0-2. Yeah, he should stop wrestling with Glazier.
Yeah.
There's the 0-2. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. The Yankees go down in order. He strikes out the side again. Mike, what do you think?
You got to be kidding me. I mean, how do you watch the? I mean, yeah, they stink.
Yeah. Look at that. Giggity, all right.
And I don't know if it's just the Yankees or if just like he just woke up on the right side of the bed today, but and I don't know how to pronounce his last name, but Chase Sith today, he is just like dotting his pitches.
He's got pinpoint control. I hope umpire is giving him that low strike, which are strikes heal, by the way. I'm not saying they're not, but he's giving them. There's some umpires that don't give you the low strike at times, no matter how close you are, borderline. He's getting those calls. There are strikes called to begin with, but he's dealing. He's in the groove. And plus, what helps too, you got a 6-0 lead. Your team give you a 6-0 lead. And you know what? You go and you pitch free and easy. Just go play catch with the catcher and go to town.
Yeah.
Yeah, that lineup is terrible without Judge on there, and you know they're just totally. And here's the thing. Here's a question I was actually pondering with myself, thinking, and I was asking this question. I was like, I'm seeing a sample size here. Ever since Joe Girardi left the organization, and I'm not blaming Boone. It's not a Boone or thing, but I'm asking myself here, when they changed their approach, we're getting the same results. Guys striking out, too much strikeout, all or nothing with the home run. And also players that when they hear, they turn into something that they're not. And when they leave the organization, they revert back to something similar to their back of the baseball card. Here's Rodon is still out there against Wallach. And, case in point, Joey Gallo. You see a little bit of Aaron Hicks, a little bit of resurgence. And there's been other players. I'm pretty sure I could get other players in line there.
Gary
Sanchez looked good. Good, not they're not all-stars, right? There are major league players that could stay in the major league level and still make money in the major league, for a major talent. I haven't checked on Andujar. Don't know what Andujar is doing with Pittsburgh. If he's he's bounced back and forth to AAA, he goes on a shuttle back and forth. But the point is, they're changing their philosophies and their thoughts, and I don't know what it is. If it's the thing that they're telling them, or the approach, or pressure, or what. But my God, this is happening. Case point too many times. 2-2. Benintendi didn't even want to go out of his way to want to come back to New York either. Case he didn't play well. He was injured. There's too many of the same variables here, and of course we're looking at when you look at the head, which we're going to see is the general manager. Something going on with their philosophy. Is this one is it's a high five center field, Bader play? Something's going to give. We're starting to see the same pattern now with just a lot of different players with different type of styles. Rizzo came here on the trading line. He was one of those who woke up with 2 outs, go the opposite way, get some hits, and that's not even doing that anymore. They go away from Mayhew came here winning a batting title, and he delivered the first 2 years. You say injuries, whatever the case is, but he's also changed his approach. He's done a lot of strikeouts for LeMahieu. Donaldson, he was atrocious. I know Donaldson, we knew that he wasn't going to be anything to brag home about, but the way they just fall off the cliff when they come to the Yankees, it's a wonder.
Okay, so Andor was doing bad, and this time with the Pirates, but when they signed Andrew McCutcheon, they optioned him to AAA,
Okay.
and right now he's still in AAA.
Yeah, it's 1, 2, 3 inning. They're not working count anymore. They're not, they're not doing that philosophy. You know what? Work the count. See a lot of pitches. Yankee staple when they were winning was get to that bullpen, get the starting pitcher out by 4 or 5 innings, get to that bullpen. And granted, bullpens now are throwing 89 to 100 miles an hour. And some of these bullpen arms are phenomenal. But still, you could overwreck a series. And now we said it, game 1, to the bullpen early. And you wear them out. You see the bullpen more. You're gonna hit, and the Yankees are not doing that approach. They're not attacking like they were back in the days where they were winning championships. And I get it. Baseball evolves and changes, but you still sometimes what gets you to the dance. It works no matter what.
About the Rizzo signing,
Up the middle base hit.
I keep saying it year after year. I'm like, don't just rely on signing like big names or whatever. I'm like, spread out your money. Get players that are like, around like $1,000 or $10,000 players. And spread them out on the field instead of offering one guy like $20, $30 for like 2 years or something like that. And I was right about that in terms of like the Rizzo contract. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So here's Shohei Ohtani. And the 0-1. There's a strike. 1-1. Now it's 0-2 on Shohei, or down 80 pitches. So the Yankees here, their emphasis is getting the pitch count up for Rodon to get some work in. 1-2. Ohtani walked twice against Rodon. A couple 3-2 pitches, though. Not that he just was totally not pitching against him. And 1-2. Swing and a miss. Got him. So the novel tag strikes out.
I'll be back in a minute.
Yeah, no problem. So here's Ward. This one is fouled back out of play as the Mets take a 5-0 lead on the White Sox. That's the top of the 5th inning. So the Mets taking care of business against the dreadful White Sox. Boy, it would be something for the Mets if they leave Luis Robert and Shea in City Field. Well, the Mets there, that's a good player there. Personally, you know what? I know he was talking about it, but the trade proposal gave me wasn't so. I didn't I don't want Mohamed, but I wouldn't mind taking Luis Robert to play left field for the New York Yankees. And if anything, if you don't sign Bader, you can move back to center, and now you have your center field there. And personally, if you don't get Bader and a team-friendly deal, or you think he's injury prone for the number that you want to sign him for, comfortable. As this one's popped up to the field, Bader's there, and he masters it, and he does it. No runs a hit. 1 man left on. Yankees trail 6-0. We go to the 5th inning. Yankees only with 2 hits, and the Angels with 4 hits and 6 runs. A couple 2-run shots there, and of course, that's the story there. As we got Heel watching along here with us. For the Yankees, they'll have Kai Higashioka, Oswaldo Cabrera, and Oswaldo Peraza coming up for the New York Yankees, 8-9-1. as they trail by 6. They got to get going. They got to score some runs here. Let me see if anything's going on that I can see. Any changes? Yep. Yeah, we just mentioned that, Steve. We said Mets are 5-0 in the top of the 5th inning. So good job on them. And I was saying maybe the Mets, they'll leave Luis Roberts Jr. in Citi Field for the Mets there. Oh, that's a nice pickup there. I know I remember saying that. I'm going to be redundant. I said that a few seconds ago, but just wanted to say that if the Yankees, if they're looking for a left fielder, they don't go big game, nothing. What would it take to get a Luis Roberts to play left field? Also, they protect themselves in case they want to let Bader walk at the end of the year if Bader's injured, or they cannot reach a number where they're satisfied with Bader due to his history of injuries. They can let him go, and you slide Luis Roberts into the left field. And now you can I don't think a lot of people say no with Luis Roberts on left and Bader in center, or even if Bader leaves, you could put Luis in center, Roberts in center, and you bring a left fielder and so forth on that. So I know you mentioned it early beginning of the year, but didn't want no Mojica third base part of the deal. Or Lean Hendrick.
I keep saying it. Go after Brent Rooker. That's a smart option. He won't cost you that much. Plays a great left field as far as like being a good hitter and a good fielder.
So here's a Gashioka, Higgy 1, and pitch. There's a strike and 1.
I mean, plus Yankee Stadium would be amazing for him to hit in.
A left-handed hitter.
Well, he's a right-handed hitter, but he can pull the ball the opposite way a lot. He has a gap-to-gap power. I mean, he's just a really balanced hitter. You gotta
get rid of him.
You got to realize the way hitting works nowadays is the way people swing the bat. I know you don't like it, but like the launch angle and all that, and the way he swings the bat, the way his follow through is it allows him to hit to all sides of the field.
There's a big. So we get a leadoff single for the Yankees. Let's see if they get safe here.
Yeah, hence why a lot of teams don't mind their team being like right-handed or left-handed, like heavy. I know you don't see them a lot, but
even if the team is right, I could live with the right hand heavy times if at least 3/4 of your team is contact hitting, with gap tap hitters who line drive, who don't strike out a lot. I could live with that. But if you're gonna, I could live with that. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, the Blue Jays almost made the World Series about 5 years ago or so with almost like nothing but like right-handed hitters.
Swing and a miss too. This is a kid that, man, it's a frustrating kid. Waldo, who has talent, and they just keep playing him out. He's not putting it together. I mean, this is the new version of Tyler Wade and the 0-2. But Brera, high ball to center field. Moniak is there, and he makes the play for the first out. Higgy will go back to first base, retrieves with 1 out. Here's the pitch. There's called strike to Peraza, 0 for 1. Yeah, it's a strike. Swing and a miss. That was what was he swinging at that?
Well, it's a rookie. He's gonna take time for it to develop, just like Volpe.
I'm not. I'm not. Tim Anderson has arguably been the worst stop in baseball this year, and a more and it could never happen to the most arrogant person in the world. Here's Torres, 1-0. Imagine the Yankee trade Donaldson for Anderson.
Yeah, that's one thing I do take back is trading for Tim Anderson. But at the time, he did have a positive WAR and all that, and Volpe at the time was.
But you know what? Tim Anderson, when he's right, he could be dynamic. I got to give him credit. Even he's a little bit of an arrogant schmuck. Is 1 and 2, but when he plays, he could be dynamic and athletic and very tough to handle. One and 2 here. Looking to try to get out of this inning here. Work around lead off single. Outside, 2 and 2. Good eye. We got 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bring back Roy White. Oh my God. Really? He probably can still hit at his age better than most of these guys here. He probably will get traded still, even though he's been terrible. Let's see. Who needs a shortstop? And the teams that are in the position to make the postseason. The Orioles, maybe. Grounded. Backhand. Throws. Because Gunnar Henderson, they see him more at third baseman. Remember, Jorge Mateo was the shortstop for the Orioles. And they moved Gunnar Henderson there. I don't know what they envisioned Gunnar Henderson as the shortstop. They saw him more at third. I don't know. Your Dodgers, okay. I didn't. That's a good one. Dodgers.
Yeah, the Orioles' offense is fine. I don't think they're gonna really do much at offense.
Looking for, but maybe a glove, an experienced glove at shortstop. And that's a very important position. Tim Anderson should be an important glove at shortstop. Yeah, but Dodgers, the one, okay, I can see the Dodgers. All right.
Yeah, I guess if you want to scratch it, maybe the Marlins.
A player that I wanted last year, and it's still. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm listening.
All right, no, I just saw something that happened on my other board. A player that I wanted the Yankees to get. I don't know if he's still available or could be available to get, and it'll fix up on. Look, he's a switch hitter, with also who can hit for power, has contact, gap to gap, who is a tough pain in the ass, and who could sometimes be an American League MVP. Is Jose Ramirez from the Guardians.
That's not happening. They're not.
I understand. I know that. But that player, the Yankees, that's the type of player the Yankees need. That's the player the Yankees need. Or Jose Ramirez to come and play for the Yankees. That's exactly what they need. Or switch hitting, middle of the lineup, who you pencil him in there, who can play third, solid defensively, also a hitter. Fits the bill, but I don't know. He's not available. He's not. No way.
Yeah, they need to trade him and Shane Bieber, like rebuild completely, but they're not gonna do it.
No, and he's relatively young. He's still pretty young. I think he's what 28 years old, 20, 28, 29.
He might have just turned 30. I'm not sure. I'll look that up for you. Yeah, he's 30.
He's 30. Okay, still young. You still gonna get 5 strong years. He's still and that's his contract. I don't think he signed a too long of a deal, and also team friendly for the Guardians. So here's Moniak, Mickey Moniak, 0-1. Rodon's still out. Up to left field. Cabrera is there, makes the play. Moniak is done.
Yeah, Ramirez is signed through 2028.
Now, let me ask this here. You're down 6-0, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're gonna take the idiot out anyway. Why you have to go to bullpen now with 1 out? Why don't you just bring the pitcher? Why don't you just start the inning? This is you speed the game. Why? What was the point of having him come out for 1 hitter and get him out?
I have no idea.
Kind of stupid moves that I. This is why I hate this manager. I mean, I'm not saying leave Rodon in there. I'm not saying leave Rodon in there, Hugh. But my question is, if you're gonna, that was it for him. Just take a one. Why start the inning with Rodon? That makes sense.
I guess Boone gets some of the royalties from the commercials shown.
It has to be. He's got to get a. There's got to be a kickback. There's got to be a kickback or something in there because wants his grandmother to see him make a pitching change. I don't know. Look, I'm on TV.
Hey, Mom, I'm making a pitching change.
I mean, Jesus, that was a stupid move. I mean, I don't care. I'm not criticizing it's a right move or not a bad move, but why not just start the clean? Why just bring pitcher? Should bring Hamilton in now. Why would 1 out? It's no damn sense.
I mean, put it this way. I understand why he did it, lefty, but the reason why he did it was dumb.
Okay, I'll give you the lefty, but it's 6-0 right now. What do you? Oh, so what if he gets hit off the left hander? You're down 6-0. Who cares?
Yeah, it's like the game is pretty much already over. I mean,
it's pretty much well decided. Yankees offense is not doing anything, and you make that kind of a stupid. I don't know. I find that kind of dumb.
Yeah, I like, and then Boone in his interviews gives you the most like justified answers ever in his interviews because obviously since I've been featured on the show, I watch him like every now and again, and
when he get that stupid, he's lying to receive.
Yeah, it's always like something really vague, like, man, I think we tried our hardest tonight. They just were better tonight or something like that. And I get it. Sometimes you're gonna get the sporty answer, but like, I like it when people are just honest. Be like, man, we could have just done a lot more better or something like that. Even if you gotta.
No, yeah.
Yeah, even if you gotta say it in a somewhat nice way, at least be more honest about it. Because that's why one of my favorite managers of all time is Sparky Anderson. Because he was just really blunt about his team. Who's gonna forget the really iconic, like, they don't want to walk you. I don't know why they don't want to walk you. Fine, don't walk them. And then bam, home run. Yeah, you don't want to walk them? Go ahead, don't walk them. Yeah.
Want to know the Escobar? That's why I would say, boy, I don't care what people say, if he was rigid, not rigid. The media people thought he was rigid, whatever. I miss Joe Girardi as a damn manager. I miss Joe Girardi as manager. No matter what, he knows how to play. He knows how to manage a young team. He showed it with the Marlins. He was manager of the year. He did it with the Bay Bombers. That man knows how to manage. He incorporates how to manage, how to play baseball, how to get kids to get well, and that was a disservice to the poor guy, man. Won a World Series, yes, I know they got whatever they, Sebastian Teixeira, was it Burkett? Not Burkett,
Berkman?
the Bond guy. No. The guy who's in Toronto in Pittsburgh. Oh my
The one
God.
you said
Burnett.
the guy.
They
Who?
struggled. Burnett. It was Burnett.
AJ Burnett. Yeah.
AJ Burnett. I just totally, he just totally blew my mind. But he still managed the team well. He knew how to manage a damn bullpen. He knew, it's too much to the bunker. Oh, Girardi's too much to the bunker. Yeah, it's you don't know what until you lose, man. You always think the grass is green on the other side, and it wasn't. Jesus, an Angel fan, by the way. All right,
Yeah.
Jesus. You guys are up 6-0 now. So here's Renfro outside for a ball.
Yeah, one of my favorite reactions was when I was watching the Rangers game yesterday. And it was really simple by Bochy, but really effective. Because I think the umpires were expecting him to argue on a call, on a close call, main call.
When you pass ball, and the ball goes back in the box. Higgins.
Yeah.
There's another one that I can't wait to see him with the team. I am a Higgy fan.
Yeah, you want to sell him, don't you? Like to anywhere.
Oh, I went on this last year. Not a fan of him. I just thought he stunk.
But aren't him and Cole friends? So there's a chance he might stick around for a while. It's like I think they went to the same school or something. Little league team. It was like something.
They were in the minor leagues together.
Yeah. So there's a chance.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a chance he might stick around as like Cole's catcher.
But there's reports that the Yankees are looking for a catcher in the trade line. Why? When I see those kind of stupid reports like that, I want to just choke someone seriously to my screen. Why are we trying to get catcher when we got 3 catchers in the organization? The 3-1 foul.
You got one of the minors.
You got 2 in the minors, Austin Wells, and you got Ben Rothneck. And Ben added hitter. That was one of the big goals. That's just why we made the deal with Minnesota. And it may not be good either, but he did hustle. He was a hell of a defensive catcher for the cup of coffee he had. When the Yankees, Higgy packed ball, he took that Gary Sanchez type of lazy. Now here's back-to-back walk for Hamilton. But you know what? He might be Twins legend, but you know what? When he came up for that brief cup of coffee this season for the Yankees, he's pretty decent. It was good. I was very impressed with him because I like when some of the balls. If there was a pass in front of him, he get a bounce and he's an arm to at least neutralize the running game. He got Shoka behind plate. You're stealing on his butt. He's going to give you a pass ball from me time to time. I just don't like Higgy.
Yeah, I like it. If you're going to trade for a catcher, then at least trade for like a good one like Elias Diaz or something like that. Like someone that you plan on sending for forever and someone with a good bat too.
He's old too, isn't he? What is he, 30 plus years old? He's not either.
Yeah.
Diaz, Diaz, from me, please.
Yeah, and like you said, what was the point of those trades then, though? If you're,
what point?
Yeah. And
this one gets away. Another pass ball by this beautiful catcher. Ridiculous. I think that, but Charlie has his we already got a bunch of catchers in the prime. We got Austin Wells and Brenton Roughneck, along with Jose Trevino, who last year was an all-star. Why get a Diaz then? Then unless if you're including the other catchers in some trade. That's what I think of. And you're bringing another catcher to learn this pitching stuff. Swinging now, I don't want them to get gone already because the pitching is their strength. At least not Rodon, but the other pitching staff is their strength. They do call a good game, both Trevino and Higgy. And that I gotta give. As much as I'm killing Higgy and I don't like him, as much as I'm giving him crap, but to be honest with you, they do starting pitcher wise, they pitch well, and the bullpen do pitch well. These catchers, I gotta give him his flowers. If I'm tearing him down, I gotta give flowers when I bury them. You know what I mean? And but he goes down on strikes first out. Actually, second.
Yeah, second.
Now here's Blake having the conversation. Here's Stefanik.
Yeah, I don't even think you guys have tried Austin Wells yet.
No.
Yeah.
No. Austin Wells is about another year to just come out late season peak. You know what I mean? Like, we'll bring him out in the late season and what he is, what he does. I don't think he has another season there. So Ben Roughneck will be the next one. Yeah, that's the big mistake there, Steve. You're right. I think the Yankees to this day, I think they're going to regret the fact they were Sanchez or Girardi. They could not. They gonna got a ransom trading Sanchez at that time, and because but also that is 2020 at the ball down low. Sanchez was one of the premier power hitting catchers in baseball when he had issue with Girardi, and the Yankees got excited with the box office home runs, and we could get any buffoon to manage the team, and rightfully so. They are get any buffoon. Because look, he's sitting there in the bullpen, in the dugout, and then their problem was Boone didn't retain Pena. He should have retained Pena as his bench coach, but wanted to get him out there because Pena was in Girardi. You gotta be able to catch. You gotta get down on and squat, not that one knee nonsense. You gotta go after pitches, and we know that they had that issue with Sanchez, a little bit of laziness or the lackluster catching style behind the plate. And these guys were two former great catchers, their rightful minds, World Series winning catchers, and they were telling him that's not the way. You know what? You can't, pal. I understand this is a new baseball, but catching, you still got to control. You're letting a lot of pass balls, and I think that's what screwed up Aroldis Chapman. I still say it to this day. I still say it. I think Aroldis needed to get to New York. He needed a clean slate, and I think how's he doing with the Texas Rangers, by the way?
He hasn't blown one save yet. He's been doing fantastic.
Exactly. And I always told you, Aroldis Chapman was going to go back to form. I said that to you. I actually had him going to the Mets. I thought he was going to go to the Mets. If Mets didn't implode, he should have been a Met. He would have been a New York Met, and he would have been doing the same thing he's doing in Texas. I think Aroldis Chapman just needed to get away from that, the pinstripes of the New York Yankees, and he kept getting that back with Sanchez, getting past balls, and he couldn't just get guys out. He didn't trust. Even if Sanchez left, and he still had that in the back of the mind, And I think that's what messed up Aroldis Chapman. He had to go, leave, reinvent, refine himself, go somewhere else, get him his atmosphere, another organization, change the kinks out of him, and look where he's at now.
Yeah, and it's so cool too when he finally gets the last out and he does the stance, stares him down, and all that. Yeah,
I'm a big fan of the Cuban Missile. I've always been a big fan of the Cuban Missile. I'm a big fan, and I wish him success.
And he's back to throwing triple digits too.
Exactly. Now, he also didn't help himself being a moron, getting a tattoo. He did last season in the that you with the sweat and the recovery of a tattoo and the regular season. That was kind of stupid. Not going to that team workout because he wasn't on the roster. He did a couple of things himself to finish putting on his coffin, but he was just tired of everything. Just tired.
Yeah, and me and you differ on a few things in baseball, but the one thing we could agree on is a manager does change. Like, basically, the team does take the shape of its manager, and you can just tell, like, Aroldis has a tremendous amount of respect and everything for Bruce Bochy. Like, he loves the way he plays the game and everything.
Because
and I think that's also helping.
Also, Aroldis Chapman, he grew up playing the way that baseball should be played. The hard nose, the way Bochy managed, that kind of respectability. He's gonna remind him when as a child, when he played Cuba, when his dad was I don't know if his dad matched him or whatever the case is. His first baseball coach, the way that not hard nosed ball. That's the way, and I think that's what endeared him. Then home run by Stanton, deep back the track, and it's gone.
Yay!
Home run for Giancarlo. No si posso palo. So the Yankees will not be eating donuts on their flight back to New York.
Yeah,
as they get a solo from Giancarlo Stanton.
Yeah, and in my head, I was like, you better play that, because you don't know when's the last time you'll be playing that.
I know Maria is happy. At least Maria gets to see a Giancarlo Stanton home run. Maria, you should be happy. Stanton hit one. I'm good for her that Stanton came up there, and look how the ball travels in Southern California. Giancarlo. Yo, dude. LeMahieu struck out. There's some water immediately on that home run. LeMahieu with us. There you go.
What
She
happened?
loves it.
What happened to Sean Casey?
It looked like J. Jonah Jameson.
He looks like he got older as soon as he went to New York. Like, I know he was old, but at least he had some life to him. Now it's like he looks like 20 years older than what he's supposed to be.
Yeah, it's a strike. So be 0-1.
Let me see. That's the same Sean Casey. Is it just the beard that's gone? Is that it?
No, the mustache.
Yeah, the mustache. Come on, Sean. Man, he looks way older.
Oh my God! Good morning, good afternoon, good night. On 3 straight pitches. Maybe with 3 straight pitches. Hope you 3 straight pitches. This is my God, these guys, that wasn't even close to being a strike. What are they like? I think the Yankees, when they go home tomorrow, they need to go to the eye doctor, to the optometrist, and check eyes. Here comes Phil Nevins. So going to the bullpen. Here's Soriano. Jose Soriano will work in. All right. Wants to leave him on the high.
Yeah, hitting coach or not, let Sean Casey grow up his facial hair. He looks so wrong.
All right, so Stanton hits a home run here. All right, nice.
That's something.
Let's see what. I know that's good. That's his 12th home run of the season. His 30th RBI. Hopefully, when he gets hot. Hopefully, he could get hot. Especially now that the Kansas City Royals are coming in.
Yeah. Chase, the Angels pitcher, getting an applause by the crowd. Well
There
deserved.
you go. There's Jose Melo's vote. There are only 3 hits. They're more boring than the people Channel 13's morning Bible reading. Well, Stanton got a nice home run. They're not going to have donuts, so they're not going to eat donuts on the plane or bagels. They got that 0 out of the way, so.
At least Dan won't.
But I tell you, look how the ball travels in Southern California. I mean,
Yeah, Stan loves hitting in his home state. You know, he goes. I'm not sure, but I think he's the only player to hit it at a Dodger Stadium.
wow. Yeah, look at that. We'll take Max Muncy back. Monic is finally finding out Jesus. Yeah, he's playing. He was very. He hit the home run. You're happy. You get yourself. Do you think he's going to be taking over center field though with Trout? What's your thought on that one, Jesus? Because Philadelphia Phillies are interested in acquiring Mike Trout. I agree with you on that one. Though. I agree with you on that one.
Oh yeah, I saw it. Dominic Mysterio won the North American Championship. Yeah.
Yes, that was great match with Wesley. There's a strike. 2. Yeah, we need to get a left fielder. I mean, no offense to Frenchie Cordero. I gotta see my younger kids play here instead of him. 1 and 2. Okay, well, Tiny gets traded. Trout 2. We'll have the best farm system. Yeah, you know what? They have. Let me ask you this, Jesus. Artie Moreno has money. I don't know. Ooh, Cordero laced this one, and there's a base hit. That's the second hit there in front of Renfroe. Now you trade those 2 guys. You beat some young prospects in. Artie Moreno does spend money. Maybe sometimes not the right type of money, but he spends money. Do you want to go that route? Because 2 years, maybe you get right back into it. You let the Astros continue to run rough. The next year or 2, you still got the Athletics in front of you. The Texas. Ooh, he got hit, got punked, got drilled there. Bader got hit. Oh, he'll be hurt for another month. See you 2 weeks. See you 6 to 8 weeks. So the toilet for the paper mache, Bader gets hit. So still getting up. Yeah, he's done. We'll be on the IL.
And the Athletics will not be in front of the Angels, even if they decide to get rid of Trout. And
But I'm saying But I'm saying with the Athletics next season, in the division, maybe the Angels want to get the farm system strong, spend some money because the owner does spend money, and then you could retool in 2 years and be right there, and you have a young up and coming team strong, and maybe they'll go that route as Bader's still down, and he finally gets up. All right, Drama Queen.
Okay, Ohtani might get traded. We don't know that yet. Even if he doesn't, they'll get a competition pick.
I don't think Trout is traded though. I think Trout, if it does, it's going to happen in the offseason.
Trout, regardless, is going to stay there for the majority of his career, at least until he gets older.
I think in the offseason they'll trade him. I think he's going to want to trade.
Trout?
Yeah, I think he's going to want to trade out of.
No, that won't happen. If Trout wanted to be traded from the Angels, that would have happened at least 2.
There's a strike. 1 and 1. Yeah, that's the problem. Everyone hates the Yankees and want to stick it to them and ask ridiculous terms. And yeah, did he go? He did. 1-2. You know what? The funny part of Jose Melo, they hate the Yankees, but it was the moron Hal Steinbrenner that wanted to do revenue sharing, with the luxury tax. Oh yeah, to be competitive. I mean, he actually so they George didn't. George was like, "Oh no, I'm going to outspend you, so outspend me." The 1-2, Higgy fouls it off. Yeah, there it is. We'll get at least 3 top prospects, and when it's the Yankees, they'll ask for 6. Let's see if Higashioka could come up with a hit. There's a base hit. And let's see if a run will score. Cordero comes around third. Bader stops at second. So RBI single for Higashioka, 6-2. Now Yankees trail by 4. Yankees after that high pitch, maybe that's something will wake their butts up. Seeing the guy go down and get knocked on his rear end, getting hit by a pitch. And you know what? Be the sleeping giant that's woken up here, maybe. But we will see. The inning continues. But here's Oswaldo Cabrera. Talk about someone who really needs a base hit here. A big clutch 2-out base hits will be Oswaldo Cabrera, if you ask me. We got the "Let's Go Yankees" chant. Boy, the Yankee fans are excited in Anaheim. They really want to see. They really want to see their team win, man. They pay a good hard-earned money to go watch them. Here's Cabrera.
Yeah, and a lot of New Yorkers go to California, and a lot of Californians go to New York for obvious reasons. Both of them are really popular cities, big markets.
Jesus says so. Cabrera and Angel, if the trade goes down, I mean, personally, if that's I'm not gonna let it impede. If you want to get Oswaldo Cabrera, who could play multiple positions, I hate to lose him, but you know what? Replace Oswaldo Cabrera, yeah, I would. And the 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1-2. We got a 1 count. Cabrera fouls it away. This is the most long inning of the series for the Yankees. The 1-2 in the dirt. 2-2. Good eye by Oswaldo Cabrera. Two outside. 3-2. So Soriano not as sharp here. So he's making the game a little bit interesting there. So Nevin watches on. Just missed. Bases are low.
This at bet right here is going to be really crucial and could decide the outcome of this entire game.
Here's Peraza, too, the rookie. Can't remember just signed. He said to be relevant. That's why he signed, bro. But with this awful team, Cashman something, someone must be asking for a trade. I don't know. They're gonna leave Soriano in still. They could make a move. He already faced 4 batters. Now the boys are starting to warm up Webb. Now I can't kill too much Phil Nevin. If you're up by 5 runs, you didn't expect that Soriano was going to implode here So he's got Jake Webb warming. But there's 2 outs, though. They have to come up with a big 2-out hit. Can the rookie come up with it? Bases loaded, 2 outs. Pitch, curveball, beautiful curveball for a strike in the outside corner, 0-1. There you go. Charlie thinks that the Twins will get on Soto at the trade deadline. I'll take. All right. Could not hold. 0-2. Swung at a bad pitch. Goldschmidt. Burns. The pitch. Just missed inside. 1-2. Trading Ohtani now.
That's the prime definition of everyone wants it but you.
Strike 3. All right, Rumorville. Salvador Perez and the Yankees have mutual interest. I need you to check the ages on Perez, Salvador Perez, and Elias Diaz from the Rockies.
I know Elias Diaz is like 32.
He's old. They're both older players. They're both older catchers.
Yeah, Elias Diaz is 32. Nailed it. Salvador, I want to say, I'm going to take a guess before I look it up. I'm going to say he's
34.
33, 32. Around the same age.
I think 34.
He's 33. So we
33.
yeah, we met
In between.
we met in the middle. Yeah.
I don't know. But Salvador was an all-star this year. But it's going to be what? Salvador Perez, and then who's going to be your backup? Higgy or Trevino? Then I don't think they're going to Trevino. I think Trevino is going to have to go to Kansas City. I'd rather have Trevino as your catcher, but to back up Salvador, man. Because you can also slip Salvador designated hitter at times. Salvador's injury prone. No problem, Steve. I'll do a little bit of music. There you go. So Bader's out of the game. See you next month. See you in September. Because he's out of the game for IKF. So Bader's hurt. He's gone.
Oh yeah, and the Astros, my Astros and the Blue Jays are interested in Marcus Stroman and Cody Bellinger. So that market is going to be spicy once the trade deadline comes.
But Peraza got 7 of his last 8 appearances. Pablo Pereira.
I mean, here's something I kind of do, but kind of don't get at the same time. It's like, why bring up Peraza when the season matters the most? You know what I mean? It's like you should have decided at spring training rather than not wanting him on this roster. And that goes to tell me that the front office has no idea what they want out of this team. Rather, it's veterans, rookies, a future now. You can tell the front office is just really confused.
1-2. Yeah, you should. You should make sure before he goes, go see Ohtani if he gets traded. Absolutely. You got a couple more games before it happens. You got a 1-2 pitch. Found it, foul. Yankees down by 4. They trail 6-2. as Wally Peralta's warming up for the Yankees in the bullpen.
I remember watching a video, ironically, when yesterday, a guy uploading a video. It was a Yankees fan traveling with the Angels fan, a girl who liked the Angels. They went to a game yesterday, and a girl was crying because the novelty act, he would call it, hit a home run. So,
Yeah, Javi Baez has fallen off the face of the earth. Yeah,
Yeah.
he took the money. He took the money in Detroit, and boy, the Mets dodged a bullet. I thought the Mets should have kept him with Lindor, but they dodged a bullet there.
yeah, Javi Baez is. I don't even know what to say about him.
Wallach gets a strikeout. They're 4.5 games out, and they're 3.5 if they win tonight, which looks like they might. And you're beating the head-to-head with the Yankees, which is important to try to leapfrog them. Here's Neto. One in one to count.
And Zach Neto, he's
Left
really
side. No. Nope. The ball gets away. He's going second, Neto. Ugh. That sucks. Well, a hit and an error by both. Give any runs back. You need to keep Bay there. So you're down by 4. You can't continue to give more opportunities for Anaheim Angels or LA. I keep going Anaheim. Sorry. Oh, the novelty I will walk. All right.
Yeah.
So for the third time.
He's just letting them pitch to him. He knows the pitchers are not going to pitch to him basically in this game.
So the novelty act is at first. Here's home run first inning. Started the home run against the Yankees. Angels. There's a strike. 0-1. Ohtani best player. Trout was the best player for on the Angels came in. They must move these guys and rebuild. Hey, we've been saying that, but they want to hold on. It's not like the Angels lead the league in attendance either.
They do get big attendance, especially for night games. You got to imagine right now in LA, it's 6 o'clock. And this game originally started at like 4 their time. Did you watch any of the night games, Kev?
During the basketball, no.
Oh, yeah, they had really a big attendance actually.
Two balls and two strikes here. Three and two. Oh, come on. Okay, they do get big crowds on Sundays. All right. That's good. That's good then. So maybe that's why Artie Moreno wants to keep these two guys around. Not rebuild. You want to keep people going to the ballpark in this beautiful Southern California.
Yeah, Trout and the other person, they draw a big crowd.
And also,
at the right
you're
time.
competing with the Dodgers too. You got to keep something now, and also now the Padres. Ooh,
Yeah, that too.
there you go. You're probably right. The Lakers front and center. Why not? Showtime. No, he's a novelty act. There's he's not a unicorn. He's a novelty act.
He's a unicorn. You just said one of his nicknames. How dare you, Kev?
No, that's what Charlie wrote.
I know, but you just said
Says
one of his nicknames. One of his nicknames is Showtime.
Strike three. Oh, that's the Showtime Lakers. Strike three, Cole. So here's Moniak. Here's your guy, Jesus. Oh, here comes Buffoon. Hey, Grandma, look at me. I'm making another pin change. You need to because you got the lefty Moniak. You have to.
Yeah, Moniak though, like he's been having the most underrated season on the Angels.
Yeah, that's why I asked the question: should they exploit trading Trout as well, and of course get that top prospects? Because if Moniak is rising, you bring prospects in here. Also, could sign players because you get those contracts off. What's money comes on the trade?
No,
YZ and now. What?
You don't do that because at the end of the day, that you're again. I know you're gonna hate me for saying this. Because at the end of the day, if you're the Angels, you try your best to re-sign Ohtani because at the end of the day, that's the modern day Mickey Mantle, the modern day Babe Ruth on your team, and then you try to win.
I understand that, but all indications are saying that the Angels shot here. He wants to move away from this team. Let's face it, they haven't really developed any good pitching. There is no pitching coming in.
I know, but I'm trying to look at that. I'm trying to look at it from the Angels' point of view. Obviously, in my own bias. Yeah.
Got you, but I'm looking at what Ohtani's camp is saying. You're the pitcher. The team don't have any good pitching. You've been with a dynamic player, the best player supposedly in baseball, in Trout, and neither one has sniffed the playoffs. Ohtani hasn't sniffed the playoffs. Trout one time went. That's it.
Yeah,
and the minor league system, it's not like anything built that you're like, oh my God, they have a farm system, minor system. And they don't want to try to get them out of there.
Yeah, it might also come down to just the discussions Ohtani and the Angels have. Like, Ohtani's gonna be like, well, if I resign him, what are you gonna do for me? Or can I have an opt-out clause if things do end up going more south? And it's not like they don't have a spot for Mickey Moniak too when Trout comes back. I mean,
they do have a spot. They can move Renford. My point was saying is, how many nationally televised games are going to get with the Angels? Even when the Angels were in their heyday, when they won that one World Series, they didn't get much primetime games. They didn't. Dodgers. And here's Peralta.
They didn't have Ohtani and Trout at the time either.
But they were defending World Series champion. They weren't even featured on TV at that time either.
And they infiltrated the Japanese market and everything. I mean, people stay up to watch these games just for Ohtani, and now they love Trout too because of it. I mean, they were literally cheering for Trout.
Wow.
He got him out.
He got him out. Peralta got Moniak there on the ground out. That was
Nice.
impressive. Moniak has been on fire.
I mean, they even turned on David Fletcher when he was Team Japan versus Team Italy. So
No, right now Trout is having the best season right now, Charlie, but I'm not. Doesn't mean that I got a just because he's having a good season. I still think novelty. I don't like the guy. I don't like him. He didn't want to be a Yankee again. He didn't want to play in the East Coast. You know what? Go screw you. Go sit on a really hot, rusty nail, Mr. Otani. You didn't want to put on the pipes, kick rocks. That's the why I don't like Otani, and I'm not gonna like him. And I hope he doesn't. And
like the Yankees, by the way.
He didn't want to play for the Yankees. The Yankees were offering him money, and he would have marketing. He would have been a marketing machine. You know, he would have been bigger than Masui, bigger than they would have seen him pitching. If you've done what he did, pitching and hitting, then we have done Babe Ruth in Yankees baseball. But he decided to go out in an Angel. No offense there, Jesus, where the Yankee team that really doesn't get a lot of coverage, because you could my crowd could walk here in Fort Lauderdale or in Orlando, Florida, just him without walking down the street, no one will know who the hell he is. He's supposed to be the best player in face of baseball. You could, matter of fact, baseball. No one knows him though. He could walk anywhere.
They do know him.
Mike Trout.
Oh, Mike Trout. Okay.
I'm not talking about Otani. I'm talking about Mike Trout. If Mike Trout walks down Fort Lauderdale, Florida, walking down here where everyone looks like him, it doesn't.
Some people would know Trout though, especially around Japan and in the States too.
Now, Otani, you can tell. You see the big, tall, Asian, Japanese. You're like, wait, who was that? I know when I saw this under the and what was his name? Pitcher for the Mets, Japanese pitcher for the Mets. I met him. No, years ago, and he ended up pitching for Tampa. Man, what was his name? Well, I saw him in the restaurant eating. We were having dinner, and I met him, and I remember we were washing our hands at the sink, and you're so and so. He's height. I said, all right, and I left him alone. But you could tell him, you know what he looks like. But my dad, he walks around anywhere. They won't know who he is.
People know who Mike Trout is. Like, they talk about him all the time. People know who Mike Trout is. I agree with you. He's not nowhere near Otani level. And obviously there is some people more popular than him in MLB, like Bryce Harper even. But people know who he is. To say he walk out in the public and no one will recognize him, that's a stretch.
All right. Torres now. It's this one. Judge is more popular than Trout because you could tell with the happy tooth there, that little gap. Well, he fixed it. Everyone knows the Judge. That stature. He is more popular, but Otani right now is more popular because what he's doing. Everyone else is giving him such a tongue bath. Everyone wants to get in on it. There's a strike. Let me ask you this: if you walk down the street, Stanton, would he be recognized?
Would I recognize Stanton?
Would Stanton be recognized and we put him in the middle of America?
If I put him in the middle of America? Probably.
Think so?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I think so. Because, he's hard to miss. The guy's like, 6'7"? And
that goes down.
6'7", 6'6", something like that. And he has a Pacific hair. Hairstyle that he likes to wear and all that. At least for me personally, as a baseball fan, he's hard to miss. And that's for Judge and Trout.
A baseball fan who's nothing for baseball casual.
And as for Judge and Trout, it's really close, to be honest with you, because Trout, thanks to, it's like the wrestling thing. He got a rub from Otani. So thanks to Judge, he's really popular in Japan now, and he's popular in the States. But thanks to the New York market, Judge is really popular overall. So that's close. You can debate that. We can stay here all night and debate that.
3-0. We're in the top of this. We're already in the top of the inning. I think that's gonna happen, Jesus. I think Otani's gonna be a Dodger. Everyone thinks the Mets. I think he's gonna stay with the Dodgers, my friend. It's gearing him up to the Dodgers. There's a strike.
I think he'll sign for upwards of 400 million to 500 million, but they're gonna have to make specific promises, and I think there will be at least one opt-out clause. I'll be surprised if there isn't.
And the Dodgers could afford it because the Dodgers immediately put their TV network onto Japan. That's why the Yankees, if they could exploit that, they'll make that money back too. The Giants, that's another one. That's a sleeper team between the Mariners and the Giants. And there's a base hit there for LeMahieu. I think the Giants, don't fall asleep on the Giants and the Mariners. The Japanese players have a lot of respect for the Seattle Mariners. Now, they wouldn't mind seeing, as much as I don't like the Mariners, I wouldn't mind seeing Shohei go to the Mariners or the Giants.
Okay, so Otani's agent is named Nez Belolo. That's a tricky name. I was wondering if his agent was someone like Scott Boras or something like that. So I was just curious who it was, so I can kind of get a clue as to what his agent will be looking for too. So I don't know really anything about this guy. So I don't know what he's gonna want in the contract with Otani.
If you have any negotiation power, a lot of times when you have a super agent, a Boris, you get those kind of incentives and clause there, and I see what you mean on that when you find out who's the agent on that. But I'm sure he's gonna be getting ready. He's gonna be playing in the big leagues now, literally. When it comes to negotiations for this contract for Shohei Ohtani, take the commission he's gonna make on that for Shohei Ohtani's contract. It's gonna be huge.
Yeah, because for Scott Boras clients, it's really easy. It comes down to who has the higher price and who can also offer him the best deals. That's why Bryce Harper didn't get his in the opt-out clauses, because it's like, well, you got the bigger money, Philly, so here we come with Bryce Harper. Yeah.
So Juan Soto is a Boris representative.
Yeah. And that's another big free agent that's going to be interesting after next year.
That's why a lot of people are wondering should the Padres trade him now. There's a lot of value. You get Soto for a year and a half. In your team or organization, and if you try to Soto next trading deadline, if you're the Padres, let's say, which I doubt it, they'll fizz in 2 years in a row. They're not going to get a lot for Soto because it's going to be a pending agency, and also Board's clients always wants to try test free agency even when they get traded. Now it won't surprise me in off season Soto signs an extension with the Padres. That could happen because Boris is not gonna. Boris will try to get him now if he could, but if it's into next season with 1 year remaining, if traded, he's gonna test free agency. That's what Boris does as agent.
Yeah, you know how aggressive Scott Boras is, so I'll be surprised if Soto signs an extension. He's gonna go wherever the money goes, and that's what he's gonna tell Soto.
unless if they offer him they offer him a contract. By the time is in the game. Look at that. He flew away from Boston. Well, Connecticut, excuse me.
Yeah, so there's going to be a lot of big and cool free agents coming up soon, and I'm actually excited for the next few years in free agency.
So, Mariachi pitching what the Yankees tried for.
So think about this, Kev. This year, technically, you got the modern day Babe Ruth. Next year, you got the modern day Ted Williams, and then I can even look beyond that and see who's coming up in free agency after that. Free agency is going to be amazing coming over the next few years, and then who knows who's going to be traded as soon as that, as far as that is concerned.
It's only time to tell.
Yeah. Would you say we're in the best era of baseball, Kev? Because I think we are. At least.
I'm gonna say maybe not, because there isn't that young pitcher that's like, holy crap, that you don't got that young. You don't have the pitchers. You don't got the Pedros. You don't got the Andy Johnson. You don't the Unless if I'm missing, that the pitchers with that electric stuff.
Oh, there are pitchers of that electric stuff. And how young are you looking? Like around 25? Or
the young, the 30-year-old, anywhere from 35 to 25. In that 10-year gap, there again, this guy's electric. Like,
there's
right
Zach.
now,
Let me see how old he is, but I believe that guy is Zach Gallen. Zach Gallen's 27. Okay. Grayson Rodriguez, I believe he was even having a good year.
Just your guy from Houston.
Yeah, we do have some guys in their 20s that are fantastic. Matter of fact, it's weird that
Joe Ryan, really good player. He's young. Electric stuff that out there, that must watch start. The pitchers out there is must watch. I other than right now, and the closest to that right now is really Connie must watch start.
Oh, we're talking about in general or just pitchers?
No, I'm talking about.
Oh, must watch starts and you said they're like 22 or so.
Any pitcher now.
Oh,
There's
a lot of those. You got Valdez, Gowan, like you said, Ohtani. There's also, I know he's having somewhat of a bad year this year, but before this year, Alcantara. There's also Logan Gilbert, who's having a really good year.
Which is that, Frank?
Like you just said, Joe Ryan.
Spencer Strider.
Yeah, Spencer Strider, Max Fried. There's also, I know. There's a guy. There's also Christian Javier. There's Walker Buehler when he returns.
Walker Buehler, I give you that one. Other than all those pitchers you mentioned to me, I'm not running to watch any of them. I know they're good, but it's not box office for me. Like, I got, when you get names, when you mention the names like a Pedro Martinez, Dwight Gooden, and Randy Johnson. Oh, you know what? They're not my pitchers, my team. But I'm gonna go watch them. But none of these guys is gonna.
Shane Bieber still in the 20s. I think he's actually like 27, 28.
Who'd you mention?
Shane Bieber. He's still like 27.
for the Guardians.
Yeah.
For the he's rumored to be for a trade op for the Guardian, but he's lost a little bit on the fastball though. He's still good, but his fastball velocity is down. Just a little bit of worries, but I wouldn't mind. You know, that's why I kind of see maybe the Orioles kick the tires.
Hunter Green.
Yeah, we talked about that about an hour ago, Aiden, Salvador Perez, with the Yankees linked up. I don't know, with so many pitch, they don't. That's not a position of strength. I mean, they're not a need. They don't really need a catcher. They got 4 in the system. They got Austin Wells, Higashioka. They got Ben Roethlisberger. They got Jose Trevino. That's like why. Go get up a left fielder and get a third baseman. Then catcher comes with get it. But to go get Salvador Perez, I still, it's like, what are we doing here? Get yourself a first baseman. If you're really looking for, I mean, not catcher's the least position they should be looking for to try to upgrade. Do you want to upgrade catcher? Yes, Salvador Perez is an upgrade. Don't get me wrong. But I think you need more up elsewhere before you think catcher. That's almost like a 4th position that you need an upgrade in. They need a left fielder. They need a left fielder really bad. They need a baseman.
Julio Urias. Duh.
All Elite. I'm not a big fan of All Elite Wrestling. I mean, it's there. They're doing blood and guts.
Yeah, Brian Bale, like you just saw already like a month or so ago.
He's an upcoming kid. He's good. They have that blood and guts match. Yeah.
Yeah, there's probably tons of others I'm just like forgetting.
Oh, Dylan Cease.
Yeah, Dylan Cease.
That blood from Boston, in Boston. Marcus Stroman to the Yankees. Although the Houston Astros won, him and Bellinger. What was the other thing that was reported as well?
So far the Astros are in on, ironically, Salvador Perez. We're in on Bellinger, and we're also in on the last one was so we're in on Bellinger, Salvi, and let me check.
All right, I was giving.
Oh, okay. Marcus Stroman.
Yeah, you said that. You were mentioning because Aiden sold Marcus Stroman to the Yankees. Now, are you getting this credible source, or are you just copying what the other guys are saying? Because other guys just say stuff just to put deals out there.
Oh, credible
not for
source.
No, I'm talking about. You listen to a lot of the other guys. It just comes out. I question myself. Do some guys do they have a job? They just put all day long about Yankees this and that. Do you work? I mean, I gotta work. I can't be all day in speculation of copy and pasting.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I don't even like report anything until I know it's like credible.
Yeah, because Charlie, thank you for hanging out with Charlie. It's always a pleasure seeing you in the chat.
Just gonna turn on my light real quick.
It's alive. It's alive. Yes, I will be doing something at the trading deadline. Always do. That's if they're on wrestling. But I'm sure the trading deadline is early, so I will be doing absolutely.
So you'll be doing
because I want to put. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be doing something. I always do.
Yeah, you said unless there's wrestling. You said.
there's wrestling, a premium live event with wrestling. That's different. I'm pretty sure they'll be doing this trading deadline. Yeah, because that's on that trading deadline is the first, right? And that's on Monday.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, one guy suplex two guys at the same time. Blood and Guts is good. It's a good match because the aesthetics of the Blood and Guts with the two cages. Here they fought on top of the cage, and they threw one of the Sammy Guevara off the cage onto the table. So let's see how they'll top that one out. That's gonna be you got Pac, you got the Elite against Pool Combat Club with Don Callis, and you also Takesha. That's gonna be good. That's Blood and Guts. That's their big match, maybe. But I bet they'll get 850 viewers. They still won't crack the million. I wonder how the place is. I wonder if it's packed. Oh, wait, let's see. We got something going on from John Heyman. So, according to John Heyman from New Post, Dabrowski is laying out a plan for Harper and Schwarber, our trade deadline. They might be deadline for trading. So Harper might be on the move. Here's the pitch. This one is hit in the air. This is deep. Center field shot. Franchi Cordero. It's a home run.
Play it again.
Ese Franchi, ese Tigre, a Tigre with a home run, and it cuts the lead in half. All right, Franchi. A solo shot, not bad. Yeah.
He's now a triple shy of the cycle.
Yeah. Here's Kana Lefa. So he came in for Babe, who we're gonna see him until September. He got hit in the back.
Franchi's like, well, the real Yankee, please stand up. Please stand up.
No, Jose, it's terrible. Don't get fooled by tonight, Jose. That's bad. That's not great. I'm telling you. You can watch it, but you'll be I'm telling you.
He's like, there's hope. There's hope. It's like, no.
There's hope. All elite. Yeah. It just made me flinch when you said that. Read it out loud.
What did he say? I got to see this now.
Falefa strikes out, one away.
No, it's their booking. I mean,
Yeah, it's a bad booking. They got talent when they could put on a good show. Is that the booking is bad?
Yeah, if you want to see just wrestling without any context or storytelling, go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
That's on you. But I mean, yeah. I mean, they literally had a storyline handed to them with the MGF stuff, but they botched that so bad.
Now their big line is the Best Friends Club with MJF and Admiral.
Yeah, I don't get what they're doing with MGF. Oh yeah, let me show you guys something cool while I'm at it. Give me a second.
I need 5, 1, and 2. Oh, here he goes down. Swings and misses away. So the Yankees down by 3. So we got word that Bader left with a contusion on his ribs. And as of right, no MRI, no, but you guarantee when he gets to New York, he'll be MRI and he'll see you. He'll probably have a broken rib. There he goes. Speaking about copy pasting, putting up videos out. 1, trade no sense. 2, give it a rest. A left rib contusion sucks. 0-2 on Cabrera. Man. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. So after the home run, Cordero. Jose, I hate when they hit home run and when they go to commercial, they gotta play that same merengue beat. It's like it's like really, can you be any more stereotypical? Oh, hey, tough guy.
Yeah.
I saw Jim Duggan.
Yeah.
Nice. I
Yeah,
love it.
thought I'd show you guys that.
What that set you back? $50?
Cost me 40.
Oh, not bad.
Yeah. I got to sit beside him, talk wrestling about him. It was funny because a fan asked him, like, do you watch wrestling? He was like, trust me, when you've been in the wrestling business for 40 years, the last thing you want to watch is wrestling.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, like, one of the things I decided to ask him was, like, well, what do you watch nowadays? He's like, well, say it with me. He's like, Wheel of Fortune.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, we just talked and all that.
All right, let me know that. Let's get right back to that one. What if the Yankees trade Juan Soto and Ohtani for? Why did the Yankees trade for Juan Soto and Ohtani and Soto will move the needle? Yeah, yeah. I mean, you're getting everybody there. I mean, you're making a whole.
I know. Hey, that's the case. Then why don't you just start your own organization somewhere else? Call it like the New York Jose Melos or something like that.
but if I get one of the two, if you get one of the two, Soto or Ohtani, right? One of the two, and you add a Salvador Perez, we'll talk something. Now we're talking about making a big splash at the trading deadline.
On a real note, though, and I thought to myself about this last night too. I was like, I'm tired of this whole Yankee way of thinking, where it's like, oh, if we get Juan Soto, everything's gonna change. If we get Juan Soto, we're gonna make the playoffs. That's all we need. Plus, he's got 1 year control. To imagine him and Judge, that's gonna be the big difference. Like, no, enough. Here's why it would be a dumb idea to trade for Juan Soto. Okay, think about it. Your team right here is proven why one player doesn't make the difference. So imagine if Judge does get injured again next year somehow for some odd reason. Juan Soto's not enough to carry this team. At best, even if the rest of the team does play to an average ball, you're talking about third place, maybe like third, second wild card at best. And he's not going to win you the whole entire thing. What you need to do, and I know Yankee fans aren't used to this, like I keep preaching, and I know maybe Kev himself is getting annoyed by it. Spread your money. Stop putting all your eggs in one basket. Spread your money. That's why I keep saying get Brent Rooker. He's cheap. He's a good player. Put him in left. Also, don't be afraid to buy himself, maybe like the Yankees want to do. But you got to do it really smart. trust Peraza, trust his development. You got to be smart with baseball. I keep saying, guys, baseball is not the 90s anymore. It's not even the early 2000s. Get with the times. Really am getting annoyed with this like single put all your eggs in this basket type of way of mentality with Yankee fans. If you keep thinking like that, you're not going to win ball games. I'm sorry. And you're not going to win the World Series. Well, sorry, you'll win ball games, but you won't win the World Series. That's what I meant to say.
Here's what
Look at
Soto makes the lineup better. He's
He
a left
does.
bat that will continue making other players get better pitches. That's the reason why the Yankee fans are enamored of getting that superstar, that big time player, because we see it with Judge. Judge makes the lineup better. And I know what you mean there, but everyone, I agree, disagree in a way there. Here's the thing where the Yankees are doing. They're not developing their young players to come in and be impactful. They come up and they fall off. They're not make it to the major league level. They don't become impactful for too long. Case in point, Sanchez, couple years fizzled out. You're also talking about all the guys they brought up when they were Bombers. Anyone that really is Judge. Everyone else fizzled out. Even, at times, Gleyber Torres was not one of the baby Bombers, but they brought him out. They brought him up, and he developed mediocre, borderline all-star second base. What the problem is, when they make it to the major league level, they're not panning out. Clint Frazier, all-world talent, but he fizzled out, injuries, whatever the case was. The same thing with Andujar. There's been a numerous number of young players from the early system that got a chance and haven't really taken off as major leaguers. So that's why Yankee fans says, you know what? Let's bring in someone who could play. And I think that's what the problem.
But Kev, it takes time. You got for example, I get it. Wolpe's on the cold streak right now. I get that. But he was rocking for a good solid month there. Probably like a month and like 2 weeks. Yeah, it took me a minute to find it out, but that's fine. That's what you bring these young guys up to do. You bring them up to figure it out. And they're way cheaper. Why go out and spend all these millions of dollars just for something you don't even know really is gonna pan out when you can give these guys?
Here's the deal: the seats behind Houston, where home plate, doesn't cost $2,500 to sit one game. It costs $250. The Yankee Stadium, $2,500 to sit behind home plate, and you can't tell paying $2,500 behind plate to wait. We got to get you something. We got to get a showstopper. It's like Vegas. Once Liza Minnelli is over, in Vegas is over, you bring in Jennifer Lawrence. Now you bring Britney Spears. Now you bring so forth and so forth, because that's what the Yankees are. Vegas. I know we want to win World Series, but also the prices that they're charging, you can't tell the be patient for the amount of money charging for seats. And Houston, no offense, but Houston way much cheaper behind home plate. To see a better product, yes, I'll give you that. It's a better baseball product, absolutely. But the Yankees there's a premium, there's a price that they have to give their customers.
So you're telling me you're fine with doing this every year?
I'm not saying I'm fine. I'm telling you they're why do they chase that? If it's right or wrong, it's different. We can have a debate on that differently. That's the reason. That's the mindset. They have to have that player. They have to have that Red Jackson. They have to have that big star to all asses seats, because they're charging an astronomical amount of price.
You do, and
they will invest in the team, not to the liking that we want. They've been more financially responsible in the past 10 years, 10, 15 years than before, but that's where they're at. And that's the fourth walk to the Novelty Act.
You already have your big star, and when I name you all the guys, not all the guys, sorry, but all the teams in the past 10 years or so that have won World Series, those are teams that have been smart and have not really spent a whole lot of money. Even if you go to the Dodgers from 2020, that team had like maybe one or two stars on it, and the rest of them were like guys that were utility guys that were really good at just their job in general. Like, that's what I keep trying to tell Yankee fans. I'm like,
So here's the thing, because this came from all your other baseball fan base. All your other fan bases were all crying and complaining. So get rid of the luxury tax, because that's the first. Oh, the Yankees buy their World Series, they buy every players. So they put in luxury tax. So now you're throwing in our face that you're spending money and beating us without spending money. So you can't have it both ways. Other ball clubs,
no,
it's not
that.
Without penalizing us, or then you. I don't get it. I don't get the other.
It's not that. It's not that. It's not about the fact that we can't spend money. It's the fact that it's about like learning how to be smarter than other clubs, and knowing that basically at this point what the Yankees are doing is just the definition of insanity, and they're not learning from their mistakes, and they're not learning how to keep a good, consistent winning ball club on the team. They're not learning how to keep a good, consistent winning product on the field, day in and day out every year, because what they're doing is basically what a team would have done, like let's say the early 2000s. Put it this way: every team from 2010 on, the reason why they've been able to win multiple championships, if not at least one, is because they draft good, they develop good, and then right when they feel like they're ready, that's when they start to spend the big money, and they're able to keep a winning, consistent product for years to come. And then, depending on whether you're a small market, big market, whatever, you either fall off, start doing all over again, or whatever happened, right? When you see the Yankees, it's I don't know if they like. Obviously, a big part of it is because they're in they're the Yankees, right? They're like, we gotta keep.
Oh my God! They need that fielder. Cabrera butcher that ball in left field. They need a fielder. The inability of chasing down a fly ball in left.
Yeah, and the thing that I'm preaching about would have solved that, and I was, yeah.
Oh, my run comes in 7-3. Oh man.
Shades of Yankees Aaron Hicks.
That looked like this.
Yeah.
Moniak now in with one out. So Moniak has an opportunity to get an RBI there. So
Yeah.
he already had an RBI in the third, and he has a chance at another one.
Long story short is the Yankees they need to learn about the modern era of the game, not in terms of like how it's played on the field, but in terms of like how to put a good, consistent winning product on the field from a drafting, developing, and spending perspective.
So let me ask you this: how many years did the Yankees finish on the 100? When was the last time the Yankees finished on the 100?
Oh, that you can buy yourself from like staying above 500. That's
franchise when they haven't finished on the 500 since 1991.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
So I'm giving you a point. They haven't. They've been the middle of winning, because when you're over 500, winning.
That's what I'm telling you, though. You can buy yourself from saying above 500. That's fine. You can do that all you want. But can you buy yourself a World Series? No.
World Series is a crapshoot. You got to get in. The Yankees are always in the tournament, no matter what.
Hey, that's fine. You can. I know it's gonna be a weird comparison, but like, you can get a girl to prom, but can you get her to marry you after and go on a long relationship afterwards? And get to the.
You're not thinking about getting married. Go to the prom, not thinking about getting married. I'm going to have a fun time at the prom.
I know, and that's the point. The Yankees can have a fun time in prom all they want, but meanwhile, there's guys living there and going forward with it, possibly going on dates afterwards, and even getting married with their high school crush and all that. And you guys are just being left behind.
That's a bad analogy.
I know. I said it. I said it was weird. Basically, point being is, you can get to the dance, but it don't matter if you're not being a step ahead of other teams.
But it does matter. You gotta be in it. You seen the Phillies came out of nowhere and they got in and they went the way they were in the World Series. You just got to get in it. And baseball showed us in the last few years, you got to get in the postseason and you just got to get hot. It's not always the best player. Not always the best team wins. Not always. So many times the Dodgers should have won the World Series. They did it. Not always the best team wins. It's just a hot team, more consistent, who plays at the right time.
It's not just a hot team. It's about having a smart manager, a smart front office, and knowing how to combine analytics and old school baseball. Because sometimes there's a good call for analytics, and sometimes there's a good call for being just old school. For example, the best example I can use is my Astros. They would try their hardest to hit the ball hard and then play, but when it came down to Martin Maldonado, what made him such a good weapon is he would bunt. He wouldn't always try to go for a good hit or whatever. He would just bunt, advance the runners, and then give it back to Altuve. Then Altuve would try to hit and try to score the runners.
Yeah, but you're making it like the Astros been doing this for over 20 plus years. They had 104 losses, they had 103 losses, which helped them draft some good players. As we're going to the top of the ninth inning, trail 7-3. And remember, they had dreadful years. I don't think it's been over almost close to 2 years since the Yankees lost 100 games.
I know that.
It's easy to say now because you're having short-term success. But when you have longevity like the Yankees had, then you can speak about it. But when you have short-term success, I'm sorry, the Rays just started winning now too. They're not been a model friends of all this. They've been terrible. They were the doormats of the American League East for years. But what happened to your doormats?
But
you get to
they're learning.
The Orioles get to draft better players because of where you ended up in the season. But look at the stadiums. All the stadiums are dead empty. Baltimore is empty. Tampa, get anyone in there places empty. Those places are dreadful. They're dead. They're empty. Yankee, you go to the stadium, they're fat. People are willing to pay $60 to park in someone else's event to go watch the Yankees. I mean,
and that's fine. But
that's why that persuades the ownership and management. Upper management try to get these kind of players because this is Vegas. They're in the Bellagio. They're in Mandalay Palace. They have a star attraction that fans go see. Nobody wants to go to Tropicana to go watch Dizzy Gillespie a hologram image these days no more. They want to watch the act, and the Yankees, they are. Oh damn, Canely.
What happened to Canely?
He broke the freaking fan.
Oh. I got really worried. I thought you were going to be like, he's injured or something. I was like, oh, no.
Oh, he broke now Boone is talking to him. That's the first time I see Boone talk to the players. That's what we want. Have a conversation with your players. I like that. I hate Boone. And I like he did. He saw Kane snap. He sat down and had a conversation with him.
And that's exactly what I was just talking to you about a while ago. It's like, you need a manager like that.
That's something there. Damn, Boone, finally.
Because that's one of the reasons why, Rob Thompson, I believe his name is, that turned around to the Phillies. He kept talking to his team that he wasn't out of it, and that's what got him to the big dance. Dusty Baker, Bruce Bochy, Joe Girardi in the early 2000s and 2010s with the Yankees. Great managers talk to their players.
Oh my God, Peraza broke 4 strikeouts and then strikeouts today, 8 strikeouts in a row. I'm telling you, this kid is a quadruple player. I told you. not the player everyone's cramming for.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, bottom line is, Kev, the one thing me and you could probably agree with: front office does the most analytically. They get the team together. As a manager, your job is just to talk to the players, get them to that winning mentality.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
try it. Yeah, yeah,
And also when situational baseball, you know,
yeah,
okay, you want to bunt, push some guys in motion. It doesn't
yeah,
hurt spots to put some minds in motion. Push the
yeah,
envelope. So we're not asking you to reinvent the wheel. You know, you got a
yeah,
base runner who's pretty fast, 50. Put them in motion. Put them run.
yeah.
Go,
Like,
let's go.
right, recognize your team. Recognize what they can do and what they can't do.
Exactly. And he
Yeah,
needs to push those limitations. He don't push teams, and I think that's the thing that bothers me. He doesn't challenge his team to do those type of moves. You know what? They're struggling here. But let me put a guy in motion. Maybe I get a C9 base hit, and now you start a beginning or something. Yankees
yeah,
down to the final out.
yeah. And like you said, you need a left fielder. Cashman should be able to. Sorry, not Cashman. Boone should be able to talk to Cashman and be like, "Hey, this team needs a left fielder. Do you mind trading for one?" Because I think every manager should have the right to say what they need on their team, rather it's a speedster, someone to just
He
be
asked
their,
that question, but Boone
huh?
protects so many players that he won't say that. He doesn't want that to get public, because I think Boone is just quiet about it. I don't think Boone has anything. You know why, Peel? Because they're losing and things might get leaked out. Oh, and Aaron Boone wants a left fielder, and
He shouldn't be though. He should be able to speak his mind and say, "This is what I need. If you want me to win it all, this is what I need."
got swept by the Anaheim Angels 7-3 final. A terrible road trip to start the second season. Oh my God! Losing two or three Colorado, losing to Anaheim or Los Angeles Angels. They go 1-5. They off there. Now they play against the Kansas City Royals before playing the Mets. So the Yankees are hit bottom right now.
I know they have, and that's what got me on this rant to begin with. It's because you go listen to most managers talk, in some interviews, they will say yeah, this is we probably need to better the bullpen or better the outfield or the infield, whatever the case may be, and their front office eventually does something about it. So why should it be any different with Boone?
Oh, bad loss for the New York Yankees. It's a bad loss. They'll have day off tomorrow. A lot of speculation or rumors will be coming out from Yankees off day and so forth. But my goodness, we'll see what they'll do. We'll see what they'll do. Just take, you know what? If I'm the Yankees, take a whole day off tomorrow. Don't just disconnect from everything. Just come back Friday.
But let's be honest, Kev. It's at this point for the Yankees, what do you do to get back on track?
I wish I knew. I wish I could tell you. I wish I had that. I wish I had that elixir to tell you they need to do this, this, and this. I don't know. I really don't know what they need to do because obviously a Peraza is not a major leaguer. I've said it time and time again. He's not a major league player. He's not. He's not a major league player. I would like to see enough with Oswaldo Cabrera and the outfield. Bring me a left fielder. Bring me a AAA. One of your AAA players, at least for the final week before you have to go to trading deadline. I want to see a left fielder here, a minor league left fielder, real minor league left fielder. Now Bader looks like he's going to be hurt. Bader with those ribs, he's not going to play. He'll be on the IL. Guaranteed he's on the IL, man. I'll be surprised if he plays when it coming up on the Kansas City Royals series. It's just hello Gideon. If you fire Aaron Boone, you should have done it in the All-Star break. Now it's not the time to fire him right now. That should have happened at the All-Star break. That's all. I think that's what you need to do it. Now you got to keep him, write him out the season. No sense of firing Boone because you would have bought him at the All-Star break, a new manager, or anyone gets elevated. They'll talk to the team, before the first game. This is why you're going to play. This is how we're going to do. And let's start the new season with the new the second half of the season with the new manager. Now the second half started. You can't really go to a new manager. I don't think you could. I personally don't think you could. That's why yeah. There's no one there in that club, no one there in that dugout that has really have managerial experience except for Luis Rojas, and I don't think they'll just elevate Rojas. It's just right now. We're stuck with Boone at the end of the year. So if you're a
Yeah,
Yankee fan, see Boone out of here. You're liking the fact, like Caputo, that the Yankees are not going to make the postseason. I kind of want to get in it. Just get in it because you never know in a short series anything can happen. If the Yankees end up playing the Central Division Twins, no offense, Charlie. I know Twins beat us up badly this year, but if you get in a short series or a play or two, in Minnesota, you have what you call it, Garrett Cole game one. You steal game one, you go into game two either with whoever's your second game starter. I'm not even penciling Rodon. I'm just talking about maybe Clark Schmidt or I believe I said Clark Schmidt first, but Nestor Cortez or whatever the case is, and you have a good chance to steal a series with the bullpen. Judge, whatever, it's the chance. Just get in there. But right now, you got to win the regular season games because if not, you can't. The tournament to get in, it means nothing because you're now 3.5 games out of the last wild card. That's you got to start putting on your hitting shoes. You got to get going. Yankees got to do something next week.
this is one thing that's absolutely a fact. Right now, we need to see the best of Aaron Boone because you know what? You saw it right there. Every player, not just the lineup, every player on that team is starting to get majorly frustrated.
Yes.
They have had enough.
Yes.
You want to talk about taking an uppercut to the face? They are literally taking an uppercut to the face, and this is where Aaron Boone earns his money. He needs to talk to the players, right now in LA. He needs to get everyone in the dugout. I'm sorry, not in the dugout, in the clubhouse. He needs to have a big speech with them, rile up the troops, and everything, and just have a big inspirational speech and tell them why the season isn't over. Motivate them to start winning. And this is where, like I said, he earns his money. He earns that title of being the manager of the New York Yankees. And you know what? If if he doesn't do anything, and if they do end up in last or even like third place, and regardless of what they do at the trade deadline or what they don't do, if they end up in fourth or third place after all this, and if he isn't gone by this offseason, I'm sorry, but yes, for once I agree with Yankee fans. Cashman also needs to go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because, and here's the good reason why. It will be the most stupidest thing to let this guy keep managing when he clearly, and I mean this clearly, does not have the heart to manage a team and get them in a winning mindset. Because the most important thing a manager can do, and you see this all across, whether it's Hyde from the Orioles, Dusty, Bochy, Madden, whoever you want to name, the most important thing a manager can do is get fired up and tell them, we need to start winning because this is where it all counts. We may not be in the dance yet, but right now, we are on the verge of just trying to get there. And we're not that far out. As frustrating as Yankee fans are, there's still only 4 games out. This is where you're right now. You're in the fight of your lives. This is probably the biggest fight the Yankees have had in like years, probably. And like I said, he just deserved to be fired. If you can at least rile up the troops, and if he makes it at least second place, then fine. I guess keep him. But if he's in fourth or third by the end of this season, he needs to be fired along with Cashman because obviously those two dingleberries don't know what the f they're doing.
Yeah, it's true. Well said. So tonight, I will let the guys, the troops, take a shower, get ready, get on that plane, and that plane ride home was where you rally the troops, you have a conversation. You didn't have to talk about this, this. And I think that plane ride, I would love to be a fly on the wall or have a some type of hearing device in there on that plane ride back to New York to see what is said, what is vented. Won't be surprised if there'll be a players only meeting coming up that we hear from it. It'll be something that I would love to hear that they did, but we'll see. They have to go out there and for a time to call a players only meeting will be phenomenal right now. No, the Yankees need a left fielder, not a right fielder. They got Judge as a right fielder. They need a left fielder, not a left. No, they got two right fielders in the Yankees, Judge and Stanton, not a left fielder. They need to have a conversation. They need a players only meeting where they need to say it now because they have the Kansas City Royals and get on a roll. If they beat the lowly Royals with after the players only meeting, they'll think they'll rally the troops. They'll think they got the momentum, and they go boom. They'll take off there and make up some ground because you could have a good week or a week and a half, and you're right back in the thick of things. So that's how baseball is right now. You can have a bad week. Look where you're at now. A good week, climb right back up.
And let me say this real quick, and I wish it's Hal, right? The one that's running the team right now. If you end up in 4th or 3rd place, don't just fire them just to fire them. Fire them in honor of your father, because your father, would not stand this. He would throw up probably in his mouth, and he would be sick for days. The fact that you're letting the pride of the Yankees and his team, not only that, your last name go into the mud. And I'm telling you this, not just as a guy that has history with the Yankees. I may not be a fan, but I have history with the franchise. Fire them out of respect and in honor of your father, because you know what his reaction would be to this team. And if you don't get this team back on track, you should be ashamed of yourself.
Let me also, if they're going to do that, here's the thing that worries me, Heel.
Mm-hmm.
If Hal's have implication and Cashman just signed a 4-year deal. He just signed a new 4-year deal with the team. I don't think he's going anywhere as a general manager, but I could see Boone getting gone. Personally, in a perfect world, be honest with you, if they're not going to fire Cashman, I'm hoping they elevate him to team president. Send, like the Andy Levine type, and bring in a general manager, elevate Mania, or if they're going to bring someone from the outside organization, you have Saban part of the scouting there with Mania. Make one of those two your general manager. They could collaborate, but let either one, whoever's the general manager, run things. Let him bring his own manager in there, and away we go. But that's not going to happen until the end of the season. I think we're stuck, unfortunately, Heel. Unfortunately, I think we're stuck with that. The right move would be coming home. If George order around, they should have fired. Again, I know Dave Art mentioned it. Someone has to lose their and they use the pitching coach as the hitting coach as the scapegoat. George, the manager, would have been gone at the All-Star break, or Boone would have been gone a long time ago. But George would have got rid of him, or going out on this West Coast, come back 1-5. You're not coming back to New York. You're staying in LA. What they did to poor Willie Randolph, the Mets did many years ago. Left him on the West Coast and they put Jerry Manuel as the manager. I don't know they'll do that. I don't think they'll do that drastic, because then it's kind of showing panicking, and then teams across the league will want to fleece the Yankees for trades. That's why they're not going to do that knee-jerk reaction, because now team says the Yankees are desperate. They just fire their manager. They're willing to get, let's ask for this, let's ask for that, because they're desperate. And I think that's why they're not going to do a move for a coming influence, because they want to show that they're calm, they're relaxed, and they don't want to show that they're panicking with the manager making a move. They got the hitting coach fine. They made a move to make a move, but that's why I don't think they'll make that. They won't make anything drastic because of the damn trading deadline in 10 days from now. That's my opinion, and I think that's why they're going to go with. That's why they're not going to make a move.
Yeah, and listen, that's fine. Give Cashman more of like a, I guess, somewhat promotion, and that's fine. Let Boone try to Houdini his way out of this. That's fine. I get that. You know what? To a degree, you can argue that's fair. Let him clean up his own mess. But like I said, and people are probably wondering why I get so heated. Like I said, I do have history with this team. Thanks to my I don't know how many greats, but great grandfather. That's why I am on this podcast. That's why I do, even though I'm not a fan, I do appreciate and love this team. Even I do. Even though I do consider us opponents when the postseason and all that comes and we have to face each other. But I can't just sit here and not feel some passion about this team having success at the end of the day. That's why I'm saying to Hal, like, in honor, just not even just for yourself, but in honor of that logo on your cap, Kev, but also in honor of his dad, who loved to win, and we all want to win. That's every team's goal. I don't know how you can just sit on the sidelines and just not even mediocrity at this point, literally a pure disgrace and pure, just utter bad baseball. Sit there in good mind and not fire Cashman and fire Boone, because like for a while I avoided being on that bandwagon because I was like, okay, Boone, I understand, but Cashman, really? Do you want to go there? I'm like, no. I'm like, not yet. But now I'm officially starting to be on that bandwagon where I'm like, you gotta fire both of them, and if not for you, for your sake, do it for the Yankees and do it for your dad's sake, because sitting in third or fourth place, regardless of the excuse. Because listen, one player should not make the team. We all agree with that. The
Right.
fact that you still have Rizzo, Glaber, Volpe, who's a solid shortstop regardless. You have LeMahieu, Donaldson, who's supposed to be at least a decent player out of his prime. You got Billy McKinney, who's proven to be an okay player at best. Orlando Cabrera, who's supposed to be a solid utility player. Hasten Bader, who can't, you know what, we sit here and go Vader time and whatnot, but we keep saying he's a good player, you know, but a guy can't stay healthy. You know, at this point, trade the guy. He can't stay healthy. Trade the guy.
I agree.
I'm fine with that. Trade the guy.
You get rid of a left-handed pitcher. Let's face it.
Yeah.
And again, I know people's like, oh, you let it go. You know what? I can't, because Jordan Montgomery was still, and Jordan Montgomery is not the next lefty Cy Young Award winner. He's nothing flashy. I get it, but you know what? He's there. He gives you a start. He pitches. Rodon only gives you he hasn't pitched at all. He missed the whole half of the season, and he's giving you nothing. And Bader's always hurt. So yeah, we could go on and on. Let's end the stream here tonight because I get up early morning to work.
Yeah.
We'll probably talk a little Yankee baseball if you're available. We'll do another podcast if I get out of work a little early. I'll get with you. I'll text with you.
True.
I hope you guys enjoy the watch along here. But before I go, I know Mike has something to say.
You got to be kidding me. I mean, how do you watch the? I mean, they stink.